Yo, welcome back to the Rating Podcast. This is episode 8. We're so close to 10 episodes. That's going to be really, really nice. And today I have my cousin with me.
Yo,
So yeah, our plan today is just we're going to be looking through all of the Pokemon and we're going to just give our opinions about it based on whatever we feel like like the design, shiny, and as well as like if we used it and how much we like it in battle or something like that. So obviously we're
yeah,
going to start with what was that?
I am personally only ranking, just to be clear, of just the designs because I have not exactly used half of them yet, so I don't want to give a full judgment yet on
Yeah.
certain Pokemon in battle. So
I
I'm just going strictly off of design.
yeah, I haven't used all of them just yet, but there are some that if I did use, I will rank them high or like talk about them if I like it a lot. So first
I,
up,
I can't
we're sorry, what was that?
I can't wait to see half of your opinions because I already know half of them on
All
certain
right.
ones you have.
So first up is Sprigatito, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually really like the shiny. Like I know everyone likes to make fun of it because it didn't really change, but like I actually kind of like the little like lighter green and like the purple eyes and everything. It looks really, really nice to me, actually. I honestly prefer the shiny over the original. I think Sprigatito's a good, just Pokemon all around. I think the shiny one just works more to me. I don't know anything about the battling prowess, because like I only used Fuecoco as a starter. What about you?
So far, I have one currently on my team as I've been rotating Pokemon in and out, and it's not bad like as a battler so far. Now I haven't really used it because it's still a I believe I only have it at like level 19, so it's not very high. Um,
Mhm.
Overall design, it's a cute little kitty cat. Like you can't go wrong with it. I really like it. Um, oh yeah, so we have our little tier designs that we were talking about. So we are gonna do like what was it? Great, good, meh,
Yeah.
and then trash.
Wait.
So I'm
Best,
gonna give
great, good, meh, bad, trash.
and then trash.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
I would give
gonna
this a
I'm
good
gonna
one,
give it
honestly.
I'm gonna give it a good one because
I
like
I think it's
they did
good,
a
but I don't.
really good
Sorry.
they did a really good job with it.
Yeah, I think it's good. I don't think it's necessarily great because like greatest Pokemon I actually really, really like. I do like Sprigatito though. Next
All
up
right,
is Fleur Ghetto or whatever its name. I don't know. I don't know.
Florigato.
Fluorgato.
Yeah,
Um, honestly, I don't know. This doesn't really do anything for me. Like I don't really care for it that much. Like the
you
shiny got
feeling? You
shiny doesn't look good like Sprigatito's was. Like this one I can understand people don't like. I do like Sprigatito's. It was a good change. This one, eh. And it's the same thing with Sprigatito that I never used one.
I'm I'm feeling like it's still good to me because it's kind of looks like a badass little ninja cat.
Mhm.
Like it still looks good. Like the shiny, in my opinion, I kind of like the around its face and its like its belt, like the fur around its belly, the darker green.
Mhm.
The and it has that little like purple
Flower.
what, the little flower attached to it. So I mean, on the scarf. So I mean, that's a little badass. Looks like a little ninja.
Mhm.
I actually like it. So I'm gonna go with good on that one.
I
And
would
I
put
do currently have that on my team.
I would put it max. I just don't really care for it.
It's okay.
Meowscarada, right? I don't really
Yeah,
like it.
yeah, Scrubber.
I don't really like it, honestly. Kind of, it's kind of the same thing as Cinderace. It just kind of looks lame, honestly. Like it's just like a cat. and that's pretty much it. There's
What an
nothing
abomination is that?
like there's nothing
I
really anything to it. I
You know
don't
what's
like it.
funny? You know what's funny? This is actually the
But
first, like, believe it or not, this is actually the first time I've actually seen what it looks like.
really?
Yeah, because I knew what Sprigatito looked like, and I know what Florigata looked like,
Hmm.
but I actually, even though I played through the game, and your rival or the professor picks like the one you don't pick,
Yeah.
and I don't remember actually looking at it. I was probably just like skimming right through the battle, and
And
I
just
wasn't
press an
really
A.
paying attention. Yeah, and Jesus Christ, this thing looks terrible.
It still looks so bad. I don't like
Like
how it
like
looks.
what like what I understand it's supposed to be like a magician.
No, it's supposed to be
I
like
mean,
a masquerade. Like with their masks or whatever.
yeah, it's supposed to be like a masquerade, like magician type thing. I don't know whatever this abomination is. Going from How do you go from that cute little kitty cat to looking like that?
You know that
I'm going with this is definitely in my trash tier.
I would put in bad because I don't necessarily hate it, but like I don't like it. It looks pretty bad, honestly.
It does have a hidden ability of protein though, so I mean, like I will give that
Protein got nerfed in
credit.
this generation.
Oh, it did? Well,
Yeah.
then never mind.
Protein can only be used once per switch in, so like it doesn't even change or anything. Plus, it's a
Oh,
grass type, and grass types don't really have good move sets.
I think it's grass dark. Yeah, grass dark.
Yeah,
That's even worse for it. Yeah, this is definitely in my
like the only thing you really have is like play rough, maybe Thunder Punch too, but that's it. Yeah, I would put in
yeah,
bad.
yeah, that's in trash for me.
Hmm. Here's a
That's not
Pokemon
even bad.
here's a Pokemon I
That's
really
not
like. I
even
love
bad for me. That's just straight trash.
I love Coco. I don't really care for shiny, but like I love Coco, the regular one. He's just a little guy. He's so funny. Like I love just watching like Quaxly like telling Coco not to eat the burnt apple or whatever. This is a little guy. He's a little guy. I like him.
It, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first ever saw the thing,
Yeah.
when the first reveal trailer came out,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Oh, that guy's a little derpy." Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, he kind of like I don't know. It's very goofy looking, but like it kind of grows on you.
Yeah.
And looking at it shiny right now, I kind of like that it's pink. I really do. I give it in the. I will say like just
Mm-hmm.
based it on like all right. Let's be honest. If most people like never really like pay attention to like animals and stuff, I
Right.
don't think a lot of people really like figure out what it really is.
Yeah.
But I'll say like based on being like derpy and everything, I'm gonna put it in the design wise as far as like good. Like I think Sprigatito itself is great. I think Coco design wise is good. I do like it shiny though. I really do.
I would probably put it in best here because like, I actually really like Coco. Like he's a little guy who really grew on me. He gives me the same vibes as Gibble, which is my favorite pre-evolution of those two legendaries. And I love Gibble, and I think he just gives up Gibble vibes, and I just like it. Plus, this was the one I chose too. I really like it.
So now we
Croco
got what
Croco
is that?
Crocolator or whatever. I uh,
Rockalore.
Croco. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of stupid looking. Like Coco looks awesome. He's a little dude. This guy, all it
He looks
really
like a frog.
like he just grew a bit, and then he got a sombrero, and that's pretty much it. I don't really,
He literally looks like a frog with a tooth.
yeah, I don't really care for this one. I don't really like it.
I'm not gonna lie to you, as far as design wise, like the egg on top of it
Yeah,
being the sombrero looks kind of trashy to me.
yeah.
Like
It's not
I
too
liked
cool looking.
I like Flora so far out of the mid stages. I like Florigato better
Yeah.
versus this guy.
The
Like the
shiny looks
shiny,
pretty bad, to
I
be
like the
honest.
shiny though because like he has the little belt, that's like the
Mhm.
original is like black and yellow on the belly, and
Yeah,
this one is like a it's like a maroon and yellow. So I mean,
right.
that's really the only thing. But to me, it says this is trash, and I don't like giving the trash
Tier to P.
ranking ranking too often.
Right.
Now, Skeller Edge though, this
This is
thing
an
is pretty.
awesome Pokemon. I love this design. It looks so freaking cool. I kind of
I
wish that it
will
wasn't.
say
I don't think it should be Fire
the
Ghost
one
because there's
thing
something
on
really Fire Ghost about. But, like, other than it's supposed to be like a Ghost Pepper, but, like, it's not Ghost type. It doesn't look anything ghosty, but, like, I really like the design, and I actually think that I heard that Skeleton Dial or whatever his name is supposed to be like one of the best starters out of all of them, actually.
what Skeledridge.
Yeah,
Oh, Skeledirge. That's how I see it now. Skeledirge.
Skeledirge. Okay.
Oh, I all right. So I'm not gonna lie to you. This thing, like the first time I've seen this thing, because
Yeah,
my rival, I had to face against it every single time I play my rival because I
yeah,
chose Quaxley. And the first time I actually saw like its final evolution was when I faced her,
yeah.
and I was like, I personally almost regretted not picking Fuecoco.
Right.
Now, in a way, I'm kind of glad I didn't at first because um
The
I
second
would have saw
evolution.
Crocolore. I would have saw Crocolore and just given up on it.
Right.
But I just like, it actually looks like an actual crocodile.
Yeah,
It's on all fours. You see its tail swaying back and forth. It has the big jaws like a crocodile.
yeah.
I like the white like on the snout and like
The
all over the
little
body like
squares.
that. Yeah, the little squares like that's interesting because it has like the scarlet and violet like colors
Hmm.
actually because it has the purple
And you have the
squares
red.
on the nose on the forehead and then it has like the orange uh parts of the snout as
Yeah,
well. And then you have like a lot of like I think they did a really good job on the coloring on
yeah.
this. Just like it's pretty colorful, but like not
Not too much.
overbearing.
Yeah.
Nothing overbearing. And I like the red part of like the upper jaw. Like
I
I put this in the great as far as my design goes because this I'm jealous that I have a Foy Coco that I haven't used yet. And
my only problem with this. Sorry. My only
I'm
problem with
excited to
this
actually use it.
My only problem with this Pokemon that it's a ghost type because there's nothing ghost about it, and, like, what made it worse was that we already had Typhlosion from Legend Arceus, so, like, it kind of, like, made it, like, less cool because, like, we already had a starter that was Fire Ghost. It does have Unaware, which is really cool, which is probably and it's pretty bulky too. Like, it has like 100 base. It has 104 base HP and 100 defense and 75 special defense. And
How's the move Torch Song?
Song is basically like uh it's basically just a slightly weaker flamethrower. Like, it's base 80, but you also get a stat boost of special attack. So it's basically like a water step, but, like, for special attack or aqua step. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I really because I looked it up on Smogon for like to actually use like an actual competitive battle
Moveset.
set for it. and I just wanted to see what uh, what were the best moves for it.
Right.
So I'm a big fan of Skelleridge here.
Yeah, I think
Skelleridge.
I would put on the best tier honestly because I would really like. I'm not gonna lie. I think Fuecoco goes in one of my like maybe like top five stars because like my top five are Cyndaquil, Turtwig, and Bulbasaur. I don't know where I would put Fuecoco, but I do think Fuecoco has a really good final evolution, and Fuecoco itself is really cool.
Probably just turns you off because of the for Foreigor
Yeah,
or the middle stage,
yeah,
which be turned off by it too. I mean, I already was.
right. Uh, Quaxley. I think
That's
Quaxley
my
is a good
boy.
design. What was that?
That's my boy.
I kind of like the shiny, but in the same way, kind of like I like the feet. I wish they kind of changed the hair a little bit.
It looks like a blue-footed booby. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I like Quaxley though. I think he has a cool look design. I
Yeah, I like him a lot. Like the shiny looks
yeah
cool. I think I've said this time and time again to you in the
yeah.
past. Like the last seemed like since Gen 6, the water starters are always slept on. And like just because everyone's like, oh, it's just a water type, it's just a water based animal, no big deal.
I think the
And
biggest
then
thing with it is because there's so many water types too, so like people don't care for it 'cause like they can just get a water because there's always gonna be a water type. Like water type is like the most used type, and yeah, that might be another reason why.
yeah, because like certain water types can outclass the starters, so
Yeah.
I can see why. But I've always been picking water starters just based off of like in game play, just
Mhm.
because it already has an advantage over the fire types, and then most water types know ice type moves, so they
Right.
will knock out the grass starters. So that's I've always looked at it as like a competitive advantage. And overall, I just like
Right.
I'm a very big water animal person, so
Mhm.
I like my little duck. I like my little duck boy over here.
I also
Now
I haven't
I
used
actually, so
Quaxley, but like I used the final evolution in Showdown before.
I actually have one on my team,
Hmm.
a Quaxley. That was my first one I picked, and I will say I was not disappointed with it in the game at all.
I
Was it Inteleon last year or
yeah,
last game?
last
I
game.
was not very impressed with Inteleon whatsoever, and
Inteleon
I'm
was just like
always
worse Great Ninja, pretty much.
because like I'm always pro water type, as you
Yeah,
know, I'm pro water starter, but like when I used it, I was kind of like, man, like I wasn't
yeah.
like didn't like it, didn't like it, didn't hate it either. So
To be
when I
honest,
use Quaxley, I love the little guy.
yeah. All right.
Quaxley.
Quaxwell. I like the name. Okay,
I
see,
like
I
the
kind of like
name
the shiny in this one better because like you can see much more of a difference. The feet kind of ruined it, but kind of like changed that I didn't like. But hey, that's fine.
they, they pretty much switched out the colors, like
Yeah,
from its eyebrows to they switched. Yeah, they literally pretty much switched the eyebrow colors in the
yeah.
whole body. I mean, I like the whole like you know
Design.
teal blue, the teal blue shiny, and I like the overall design. Just like it looks like it's supposed to be an
Yeah.
exotic dancer.
I
Like
would put this probably in a good here because like
this
I
is
like
good.
it, but like I like it, but like I don't have strong feelings about it. It's just good to me.
So to be honest with you, I think between the three middle stages now, I would say the Florida Gato is probably one for me.
Sorry,
Quaxwell is two, and
you
then
cut off. when you were saying that.
Florida is definitely. Oh, I said so between the three middle starters,
Yeah,
like Quaxwell is definitely is like solid number two,
I
which
would say it's his best.
Florigato is one for me, and then Fuecoco's middle is definitely trash. Like that is dead last for me, and then Quadable.
Quit double.
Honestly, Quadable is my favorite. Um, Quadable is. I'm gonna go first on this one because
Okay.
I've used it. So Quadable is by far out of the last three water starters I've used. So from Primarina, Quadable, and Inteleon. Quadable is definitely my favorite. I like the design. I like it is a little goofy, like when it's in battle, because it does that little dancing back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I really like the shiny because it's like a purple, like a lavender purple. Like I was not kind of expecting that color, and I like kind of gives me Blaziken vibes a little bit.
Yeah, I like the shiny a lot more than the actual one. I think the shiny looks really good. Uh, I like the typing water fighting. I don't think there's too many of those. There's Keldeo and then I in Poliwhirl or Poliwrath.
Poliwrath, yeah.
Yeah. Poliwrath is yeah, Poliwrath. But
I think there's one more, right?
um oh, Urshifu.
All right, so yeah, you got four Pokemon that are water fighting.
I and you know me, I
Start
like
four.
fighting types. Like fighting type is my third favorite type, I would say.
I
And
will
then
tell you though, the only thing about this Quadable, it only learns one fighting type move, and that's close combat. But you
that's all
don't
you
get
need.
that till like very
That's all you
late at like 50,
well, you
level
have low
58.
sweep and brick break.
Um, yeah, you get low sweep at 17, but then you don't get another fighting type move until 58 if you're not using
Brick
TMs
break.
or anything like that. So you literally only get to learn two water or fighting type moves,
I mean, all you really need is brick break until you get close combat. Oh, wait,
which
you
is
can
what
actually
I
get
got.
close combat via TM if you really want it.
Yeah, if you decide if you can find it early, but if you're just straight out like just grinding through the game and you're just
Not leveling
you're
up.
just doing your own thing and leveling up, then yeah, you only get two fighting type moves. I'm a little disappointed in that, but
Yeah, but it's whatever.
it's whatever though. As long as like to be honest though, you honestly don't really need
Any other ones.
um really any other ones just because it is even though it is it's a physical attacker. And it has Moxie too
Yeah.
as its
Well,
an ability. So
if you
this
can get it.
guy, I personally love Quadable a lot. So
Yeah.
that one would be in my great tier
I would
just
put in great
because
tier.
I'm a
I did.
little biased.
Yeah.
I'm a little biased. I actually used them every single time when I feel like maybe I was in like a little crunch and I was about to like lose a battle. I would send this guy out and
I don't think I ever
would.
lost a battle actually, except for that one Rockruff player.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were
Yeah.
having a very hard time with that.
There's like a level 14 Rockruff trainer, and then I had like Wooper and Fuecoco, and they were like level 8 and 7. So yeah. Okay, let's go to next one. Lechonk. Everyone likes Lechonk.
I think it's just because of the name. All honesty.
Um, honestly, I don't really have an opinion. I mean, I like the shiny because it's pink like a pig, but like overall, I don't really have an opinion on Lechonk. It's just the Route 1 rodent. to me.
which is, I mean, there is, or like the rock or the Route One normal
Normal.
type.
Yeah.
I personally like the shiny, like because it's just like a pig. Now, I will say amongst the Pokemon community, I've
Mhm.
seen like on Facebook and
They
just like
really like
talking
it.
to other people that have played the game. Um,
Mhm.
all honesty, the only reason, at least what I'm gathering, the only reason most people love this thing is just because of the name.
Yeah,
It's
like
not even like if it had like some other goofy name, I don't think people would
no
care
one would
about it
care
as
about,
much.
yeah.
But
Uh,
I
the
mean, like, look at it though.
evolutions.
I will give it design wise, I will give it in my good. Shiny wise, great because it's just a pig.
I would put it in meh. I'm not gonna
You're
lie.
in the meh,
Yeah. I really don't like the evolutions. Oinkalong or whatever it is. I really don't like
the
them.
male, both male and female.
Both of them. They both look horrible. I hate the look of them.
I like the I kind of like the female one, like the female shiny, because it's like because the normal
White,
female is like brown and like
black.
a light brown and a dark brown or a
Yeah.
black, and it has like a white. It's the white face with the pink body. I kind of like that one. The male one, I am not really a fan of. I guess if I had to pick one over the other as far as design wise, I kind of like the female better,
I would
just
say I like the
slightly.
yeah, I feel the same, but I don't like either of them. I would put them in trash. I don't
You're
like
in the
them.
trash. I'm just because of the shiny. I'm gonna go with meh. Like just because the shiny looks good.
Okay, here's a next one. Pokemon is the one I really like. It's on one of my top like 50 favorites. Tarantula. I love this Pokemon. Like I really like it. He's such a cool guy. I love it. And his shine looks amazing too. I
you know,
really like this Pokemon. And I'm a
you know
bug
why I'm
I'm
laughing, right? I
yeah, you
already
know why.
you know why I'm laughing because
I'm a
I already know your strong opinion on the next one.
yeah. I'm a bug guy and I really like this. All of Pokemon Spider Pokemon are like 10 out of 10s to me, except for the next one.
Hold on. Give me one
Yeah.
second here. Let's save the little banter real quick on it. Tarantula, I like the color. Like it's just a little yellow, little yarn, little Pokemon, little spider. I will say the little yarn ball is a little too much, I think. Just for me personally, like I've caught one, I haven't really used it, but I really like the shiny though. Like the red
Yeah.
yarn ball with the black like the black spider. Like that is pretty cool. And it kind of does look like a tarantula, but like I you see like a real life tarantula and you're like that looks nothing like one.
Yeah.
you I'll give it a good as far as
I'm gonna put in
me
best because I actually really like this design.
and then let's go into your favorite Pokemon this generation.
I absolutely hate Spidots and everything it stands for. I hate Spidots. It looks disgusting. It looks so freaking ugly, and I think it looks like a second stage. It doesn't even look finished. Like there's nothing similar about these other than them
It
being
looks very
spiders.
trash.
There's nothing good about it. Like the stats are horrible. There's nothing cool about it. Like I was so excited to put Tarantula on my team, and I saw this Pokemon, and it looks freaking disgusting. I hate it. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably my least favorite Pokemon of all time now. Cause like I was so excited for Tarantula, and this Pokemon just is horrible. Like I seen so many artworks of what Spidots could be, and like these are so much better. Why didn't they do this? And yeah, I just hate Spidots.
that's
It goes down below.
why
It goes
that's
down
why
about in trash. I put it
I couldn't
in the
wait.
delete tier.
I couldn't wait until I heard what you were gonna say. It's funny. I literally could not wait. I was like, this man's gonna rip this poor Pokemon a new one. And the thing is, you and I talked about it before. I think the main
Yeah.
reason you hate it is just because of like how disappointed you are in what Game Freak did with it. It's not really, it's not really per se the Pokemon itself's fault. You know,
I mean, it still looks
it,
stupid. I
it
still,
does look stupid
I, I,
because
I,
I
I
kind of
wouldn't.
understand like the design wise because you're going from a cotton ball to like a yarn ball and it's like
Yeah,
you spin yarn. It's like it's a spindle,
yeah.
but I get I get the idea behind it. I will say, like at first when I first saw it, I was like, "What is that?" Like, I was just going through. I believe after the grass type gym, you can find it outside of like on that in that route over
Yeah,
there. I think area two, and I saw that. I was like, "What is that?" Because I hadn't evolved my tarantula, so I personally, I hate the shiny. What is that?
I
It's
hate
pink.
I hate everything about it.
Pink with the pink arms with the like gray body and like a red spindle.
I don't even know
Yeah,
what to hate no more.
I hate it so. I already hate it so much.
Now,
Uh,
here's a bug type I actually really like. Nimble and the grasshopper low kicks. This is I really like this.
I like
Like
the shiny.
Nimble looks just like a cute little guy. Like I like Nimble. Like I like Nimble. Like here's the thing. Low kicks was my best Pokemon on my team. Like I used it all the time, and I really like this one. I think it's probably my second favorite after Tarantula. Like low kicks, because I'm a bug dude. I really like the bug types.
I like nimble. I like I
The
like
shine
both of
looks
the colorations. I
the
like
shine looks
both
good.
of the. I like the regular and the shiny. Like I have zero problem with it. Um, the yellow, I personally don't like the color yellow, but and like for that Pokemon in particular, I think it looks really good. It looks
Hmm.
clean too. It doesn't look like sloppy, like they just
With
threw a
other
color on it
shinies,
and just other shinies. Speaking with low kicks in my opinion, I
it's
like the
really cool.
design of low kicks a lot. I like the color. I have used so I used it for a little bit on my team and it was pretty good. Like it came in clutch situations due to sucker punch.
Hmm.
And I replaced it later on in the game with Pokemon we'll talk about a little bit later.
Yeah,
Shiny wise, I am not really a fan because it goes from being like that nice like lemon yellow to now kind of like that
green.
kind of like the pukey green.
y-
Like I like low kicks is
Yeah,
normal
yeah. More.
coloration better.
I actually
Overall, I'll give it a good on
I actually
design.
really
All
like
right,
low kicks. I actually found two shinies yesterday about of it. Like I was looking around for bug shinies because I was actually looking for a shiny tarantula, but I couldn't find one. So I went to the bug forest with like the fighting Team Star guy, and I found two of them
yeah,
in a row. I'm like, ooh, nice. And then I just asked, hey, you want one? And he said, of course. And yeah, I
yeah.
this
I
was my
still said
best
yeah.
Pokemon on my team, and I used it all the time. I like it a lot. It's probably my second favorite out of them, and I think I would put it in the best tier.
I will say though, the one thing that I was a little disappointed on is that how short these guys are. I
Oh
mean, I
yeah,
know they're grasshoppers because like the only thing that like bugs me up like bug. The only thing that actually bugs me about these guys is so like when you're like just out in the wild and just you're just doing your thing, these guys literally are
yeah.
so small and come out of nowhere and will literally like get to the point where
They
like
annoy you.
you almost sometimes don't they annoy you and you're almost where you don't want to like
Yeah,
them. But that's my only issue with it
Oh,
was
also
just because
the
of how
Pokédex
small they
of
are.
it is actually really cool.
What the
Well,
Pokedex information
essentially, yeah,
about it?
yeah.
Why? What's to say?
But like it's ready to fight all out, it will stand on its previous folded legs and enter showdown mode, and then it will just destroy the enemy real quick.
Interesting.
Next up, Palmy. I don't really care about Palmy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't really care about Pikachu clones except for like Mimikyu, if you want to count that. But like, I just don't have anything to say about it. I just don't care really.
I like it shiny. I'll give you. I'll give the shiny. Because it's like a nice little pink
Yeah,
color. Kind. He's like to me because the Pikachu clones are supposed to be like adorable and cute and all that
yeah,
stuff. Like for me personally, I don't find it really drop dead. Like it's so cute, like
yeah.
Sprigatito was. This one to me is like, oh, yeah, like you look at it and you're like, oh yeah, it's cute, like whatever. Like you're not really like that attached to it. I'll go in like the design wise. I give it a meh.
Hmm.
Shiny wise though, I like it a lot more. Palmo.
Um, the evolution, it just looks goofy to me. That's pretty much it.
That's pretty. Yeah, I had all right. So like I have a little bit about to say about these guys. So
Right,
I have used one in the past because like it was the first electric type before I found something better. So it was just something to use in the time being.
right.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, like because you have to in order for it to evolve,
You
you
have to
have to
walk it.
walk it 1,000 steps with the Poke Walker
Let go.
thing. I forgot.
Yeah, that was a bit annoying. I did that with another Pokemon, which we'll bring up later. But yeah,
It was kind of funny watching because these guys are small,
and they
so it was
just
kind of funny like watching this poor little thing like
try to follow
struggle
you.
running around. Um, I don't really shiny is just slightly bigger.
Yeah,
I don't even think like necessarily like it was like necessary that
for a second stage.
for a second stage.
Yeah, because
Like
that's kind of what I
I
feel.
do
Also,
like, however, how it's an electric fighting type though. I do
yeah,
like that. Like that's
Zero
the
should have
only
been
thing going for it.
Zero should have been just shouldn't be should have just been fighting electric. To be fair,
And then
Palmon is the
Paul
same.
Mott,
It's the same thing with
yike,
the other ones. I don't care
yike.
for it.
I use Paul Mott a little bit. I will say though, because it has the
Fighting plus
hidden ability of Iron Fist, which is pretty decent. It also has that.
Thunder
Um,
Punch,
I believe it has that one move that can learn
Revival
you can
Blessing.
bring it back.
Yeah, it can
Yeah.
bring back any Pokemon. Which
So
you can actually use it two times as
that
easy as Berry too. By the way,
which is still like for a Pokemon to actually like learn that is still very good. Just to like help you out, like especially in competitive. I think that thing is. I don't know. I haven't actually used it like competitively wise, but
yeah.
um,
I don't know. Can we skip the Mouse one and just go to the second form because they kind of just they're basically the same thing.
yeah, that's fine. Tender Mouse and
Mousehold. Um, I like that
so
it's
real
actually
quick.
really good in battle and competitive. But like after that, I don't care for it. The Shining's stupid because it's just like a little bit of change, but overall, I don't care for this Pokemon really.
So I'm looking at it right now. I'm gonna go real quick about Tandem Moss because I don't want to skip out too
Yeah,
quick. I'll be quick on this one.
yeah,
Um, Shiny wise, there's really you can't really tell a difference. It's one of those like you have to really zoom in and actually like
Look,
feels like you need like a microscope to like look at these things or a telescope. Um,
it's kind of just like
honestly,
a
you
Gengar
could
moment for
you
me.
can barely tell a difference.
Yeah, it's just
Like
Gengar to me.
I would have liked it if they would have like because there are white mice in real life and
Yeah,
they're like brown, black, gray mice colors. I
they
wish they would have
changed it.
switched like the whole color. So I'm gonna go with man as far as the design goes. Now, Mousehold, it's literally just
Say the
they're
same
just
thing.
3 to 4 of them. So it's competitively wise, I can see this thing being broken.
It is broken.
I I've never used it yet, so I couldn't I can't really give like my full opinion on it yet as
Right,
far as in battle goes, but I caught one, but I haven't used it.
right.
So overall, it's just you're just multiplying mice. So I'm still meh about it. I don't really have
Badoo.
like too much to say about it.
I like Badoo.
Now Fido,
Or
now
Fido.
Fido, now Fido. This little guy is pretty cute. I will give you that.
Yeah, I
It's a
think
little
that's.
donut dog. Like how do you not like the little guy?
I like it. I don't necessarily
I like it
understand.
shiny.
Yeah, I don't really understand why it's a fairy type necessarily, other than like being like a sweet, like whatever.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a sweet little fairy dog, like
Yeah,
because donuts are sweet.
I do like
I
it.
don't understand why it's a fairy though, but
Yeah,
kind of like I will give you that. I'll agree with you on that one. Design wise, I definitely I'll put it in the good tier just because it's like a good, just
yeah, I
a
think
good
it's good too.
general overall design.
Dusk,
Now I've
Duskman
caught one.
defense.
I've caught a Fido, and I
Yeah,
was gonna use it for a little bit, and then I was like, oh, I really don't need it, so I
Pl-
put it in my PC.
plus you have to walk with it to evolve
Plus,
it.
you have to walk with it.
Yeah. Uh,
Doxbun.
Duskman. I actually kind of like
I
it.
like the name. I like the name because you go from
I
like
like the shiny
Fido
one.
to now Doxbun.
Like I really like the shiny one. It looks much better than the actual one to me.
The one thing that it looks like I'm not gonna lie to you, like its ears because I went from a donut, right? It's a
Yeah.
regular donut. Now they look like apple fritters. And I like apple fritters, and I'm like, this is the first time I consider wanting to eat a dog. It's
No,
the
I'm not
first
gonna lie.
time I've ever considered one.
I kind like when it was out, I was just saying stuff like I would eat the face of a Fido or whatever.
I would eat its ears. I wouldn't eat the face,
Yeah.
but I'd eat its
The
ears
only thing
because,
about
like,
the only thing about this Pokemon is like the stats are really weirdly and really weirdly given. Like
so
yes,
it's like one of those Pokemon that kind of got like shafted in a way,
yeah.
like they didn't know what to do with it.
Like it has 95 speed,
Solid.
80 80 special defense, 100 110 15 defense, and then 57 HP.
So
So like
it has strong defense, but it has no like HP to
HP.
defend itself.
Yeah, that's the only problem though.
That makes no sense.
Like that's one thing I don't like about that Pokemon. Like I like the Pokemon itself, but like they just kind of weirdly given it. Like why didn't they put the speed into HP or something? But
That
oh well.
that doesn't make sense. Like how are you fast and defensive but you have no HP to defend yourself
Yeah.
even though you have high defense. That just
So
doesn't.
Smoliv. I
So
like Smoliv.
I'm going to give Doxbun a good
I would
real
give it a
quick.
great actually. I actually like the shiny one.
Smoliv,
Smoliv.
my little guy.
I like Smoliv. He's just a little guy. I'm not gonna lie. Once I first saw it, I'm like, wait, is that just Badoo? But no, it's not. It looks like
Yeah,
Badoo.
kind of looks like kind of gives you Badoo vibe.
Because
I do
the
like it
body and
shiny
the
though. I do like it shiny. How they give a
yeah.
little black olive on top.
I kind of wish I made the body a little bit different though. But yeah, I like the black olive. Um,
Yeah, I like the little guy. He's like as far as design wise, I think he's I want to almost put him great just because of just it's cute little
yeah.
derpy little olive.
I would give it a good just because I do like it, but like it just feels like a off-brand Badoo to me, and I think Rosa Raid line is much better, honestly. I just this
Well,
reason.
yeah, I mean you got grass poison. This thing is literally just a
Just
pure grass
normal.
like by itself.
Grass normal.
Grass normal. Yeah, that doesn't help itself.
Yeah.
Is this the first kind like grass normal?
No,
Oh no, wait,
there's
deerling.
dealing, yeah.
And then
Olive.
you got olive, which is kind of
Eh.
like like, but I do like it shiny though. Like I do
I do
like the
like the
little
shiny. I
black
think
olive.
I think the shine looks better than small olive, just because it changes quite a bit actually.
Yeah, because like small of itself, it literally just changed the olive color.
Yeah.
On top. That's really it.
I'm
The
not go
poor guy,
I don't really
the
care
poor
for this
guy gets
Pokemon.
harvested.
It's kind of to me.
I feel kind of bad for Smoliv because those poor little guys get harvested
True.
for olive oil. I'm like, oh, those
Yeah.
poor little guys. They probably actually get the olive like that's on them like plucked off of them, and that's really
True.
it.
Probably.
But yeah, Dolive here. So
Pretty bad.
I have used a Smoliv for a little bit, and then once I realized like later on the game, I'm like, oh, I really don't really need a grass type anymore.
Yeah.
So I like put it back.
Okay, so
Yeah, Dolive to me is it's all right. It's me.
our Boliv. I
Or
actually really like this
Bolive.
one. This one looks good
Our
compared to.
Bo- our oh our Bolivia. That's what it is. Our Bolivia.
I like this one, and I like the new ability it has. Seed Sower. It's like every time it gets hit, a new grass train gets activated.
So you say you do like this one, or you
Yeah, I like
don't
this
like
one.
this one?
I like it.
I like the design. I kind of wish it wasn't as like waifu
Yeah.
ish. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Um, I kind of. I mean, for whatever reason, like Game Freak is obsessed with like certain types being waifus, but
Yeah.
I like overall wise, the
I
design
like it.
wise, like I like it shiny better, a lot
Yeah.
better
Same.
because there's no such because like the shinies like black olives look like black olives. Like the
Yeah.
regular one, it looks like it's like a purple olives, which aren't a real thing.
Yeah.
So overall wise, I like the shiny better. Like if they could if they were able to switch colors, like the shiny be its normal, I would like it a lot more. I'll give it a I don't know. I'm kind of like indifferent about it.
Yeah, that's
I'm
fine.
kind of like I want to like it, but it's I can't. I just can't anymore.
Right.
So I'll
Squawkability.
get
Oh, sorry.
Squawkabilly. Literally my favorite name that they came up with this.
Uh, I don't really like squawkability, I'm not gonna lie.
Do you like any of the colors? Like if you had to
Uh,
pick one, I like the blue one.
either blue or white, I guess. Like, eh, I don't really like it.
The blue or a gray one.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't really care for it. It kind of just feels like filler, to be honest.
It was because it was like one of those like, oh here, collect all four of them for no reason.
Random. I don't care for. I don't really like. I honestly would put in bad. Like,
The design wise, are
yeah,
you going trash?
not trash, but bad.
So I liked the
Hmm.
I will say though, I like the green one. I'm gonna go with the colors. I'm gonna go through the colors real quick. I like the green. Not really a fan of yellow. I mean, I don't like yellow as
Hmm.
it is. Blue is looks fine. Cause remember, these are all parrots now. Like
Yeah,
parrots, actually, there are actually like blue and green parrots and yellow
right,
parrots. The gray one though, I kind of like the gray one.
right.
So I will say overall, like Pokemon wise, what's its ability
Sheer
here?
force,
Oh, it
hustle,
has a lot of abilities,
intimidate. All the
but that's
abilities,
only for certain ones.
yeah. Here's the thing, the abilities are pretty
Oh,
good. Like intimidate, guts, and sheer force is good.
but that's for only the green and blue one, and then
Yeah,
for uh the hidden
yellow.
abilities for yellow and white is sheer force.
Yeah,
So overall, like
yeah.
ability wise,
They have good abilities.
they're pretty solid. Like very good,
But
actually.
like you have
Very, very good
Gyarados.
abilities.
You
Not
have
even,
you just have
not
oh,
even
oh, go ahead.
Gyarados. You're just like, not even Gyarados wise. Like this thing, I'm just looking through. It's like
Yeah.
leveling up like moves, and like it does get access to Brave Bird, which is pretty cool or pretty good for it, and Aerial Ace, which I mean, all Pokemon should have access to that, but
Yeah, because
all flying types. I mean, I'm kind of like a I'm kind of like a meh, like the design wise, but like overall, like it has they have good abilities for no reason is what
yeah,
is what doesn't make sense to me.
because
That's
they're
all
not
right.
that good. Anyways, not chill. I actually like
Not
natural.
chill.
Like I definitely use
Kind of
this
kind of
Pokemon.
derpy little Minecraft guy.
Yeah, I definitely used him. It
I
was
have
a
not yet.
it was a solid one. I'm not gonna lie. I think I really like the evolution Garganacl. I think Garganacl is a really good and really strong Pokemon overall.
What do you think of it shiny?
I think the shiny is all right. I don't really,
It's like a brownish orange.
yeah, orangish. It's nothing too good, but like at the same time, it's not bad. It's just like there.
Nacho. Um, I kind of I like the derpy little salt. Like it kind of looks like
Yeah,
a Minecraft
Minecraft.
character. Not gonna lie to
It
you.
looks like a Minecraft Mario mushroom.
Yeah, if they were to like breed one, like
Yeah,
they like crossbred one. Yeah, I see it. And it's design wise, I like it. I don't have anything like
I would put it
negative
in
or
good.
positive to say about it.
I would put it in good. Then not just sack. I actually really
Not
like this one.
and not
Knuckles
natural
stack.
stack. Yeah,
Yeah, I like this
I
one. Like
like it.
I like it. It's probably my favorite out of them actually.
It's kind of weird looking. Not gonna lie to you on its
Yeah,
four legs,
it kind
because
of
it goes from
yeah.
literally a little head, like a little head mushroom, to like I don't even
A
know what it's supposed to be.
it kind of looks like a turtle, honestly, in a kind of
It looks kind of like this weird
yeah,
monster, like
yeah.
salt monster for no reason.
I do like it though.
I don't really like the shiny.
The
Not
shiny looks
really
eh,
digging it.
but I do like the
I,
regular one. I would put it in great. I do like this one.
I put it more as like good because I'm like kind of like indifferent. Like
Yeah,
maybe I want to go more like meh, just because like
yeah,
I've seen them like in the in game and like in game. It's one of those like it looks better in game than it does
right.
like through pictures here.
Yeah.
So just on that, I'll give it a good.
And this is one I actually really like, Garganacl.
Gargonackle,
Garganacl.
Gargonackle, yeah.
This Pokemon is really strong. First off, its ability is purifying salts. Like it can't be burned, poisoned, sleep, or anything. And then it takes half damage from Ghost, so basically a resistance to Ghost. So what a lot of people do in like competitive Pokemon is they will make its Terra typing mean Ghost type, and then its only weakness will be Dark.
Wow.
And it has really good stats, being 100 in HP, 100 attack, 130 defense, and 90 special defense. It's slow, but like you don't need
This
slow.
thing's very bulky.
And then you
I
also
will
have like
say
then you have a
I
really
like this.
good signature move, by the way. It's called like Purify Salt or whatever, or Pure Salt. And what it does, it does one fourth of the health of water and steel types, and then 1/8 of just of regular types. And then it also does like it's a 40 base power rock move. It's a really strong one.
Oh, Salt Cure.
Yeah, Salt Cure.
Yeah, I was just looking through the moves real quick.
Yeah, it's
This
really good.
I've caught a bunch of these guys. I caught one in a Terra raid battle a little bit ago
Yeah,
at level 75. So I'm gonna use it eventually. I haven't made it hasn't made my rotation yet,
yeah.
just because like it's one of those like not like in love with it. I'm not like strongly
Against it.
opinionated about it. Yeah, I'm not strongly with it or against it. The one thing I will say though about this thing that kind of
Yeah.
like a little weird for me is where's his head? Where's
Oh,
its face?
it's like in between
Like
the salt.
yeah, literally its face got squished in between the salt, so
Well,
I can't really even
I
see
think the
what it.
idea is like it like uses the salt like it uses like in the shell and it closes in. I think so. Like it protects his face, or whatever. I
It's
like it.
looks like one of those like scary like random creatures you
Yeah,
would see in Minecraft.
yeah. I actually really
Like,
like it.
can you imagine like this thing actually like running towards you in Minecraft? I
Oh,
wouldn't
you
know
would
what to
die.
do. I wouldn't know what to do.
I would put this Pokemon in great. I do really like it.
I'm gonna go with good so far. Maybe as I actually use it, I might actually put it
Yeah.
in my great tier.
So like, can we just both agree that Armarouge and Cinder Edge is just really good Pokemon? The shinies,
Well, what about a little Chardet here?
I would say it's a solid good Pokemon. I wouldn't say it's a great Pokemon, but like the evolutions are really good.
I will say though, Chardet real quick, like by
Yeah.
itself, because I actually did use one for the longest time because I didn't know how far or how late in the game pretty much you had to wait to get the armor
Mm-hmm.
to get into a Ledge. Well, because I have Violet,
Yeah.
and we'll tell you these little guys though, like battle
Weak.
wise,
They're
are
weak.
super weak. Like they have no HP. That's
They
pretty
have
much
no
what its
stats
problem
above
is.
50.
Yeah, that's the worst thing about it is that
Yeah.
there's no defense. No, I mean it never really had defense, but um, its HP is terrible.
Yeah.
Like absolute, like basically like anything can damn near one shot it or
Yeah. There's
two
nothing
shot
you
it.
can
Pretty
do with it.
much, there's nothing you can do with it. But now
Armarouge.
the overall design wise, I like Chardet. I
Yeah,
give
I
it a
like it.
good. It's shiny though. Like the only problem with the shiny, it's like it doesn't really change outside the eyes.
Yeah. That's for all of
Which
them. They have horrible shinies.
Armor Rouge, I've used one.
I'm not gonna
All right,
lie.
so now we can go. We
Armarouge
can go
actually
to
really
Armor
grew
Rouge.
on me. Like before, I was kind of like, it's cool, but like, it actually really grew on me. I actually really like Armarouge.
I feel like a lot of people just like looked at it versus Ledge, and they're
Yeah,
like, "Oh, this thing just looks like a terrible Mega Man."
yeah.
Right.
But I do really like it actually.
Like it's like just looks like a bulky like armored. Honestly, you know what it kind of reminded me of?
What?
If Samus and Mega Man like morphed, and that's kind of like
Um,
what it became. Cause like Samus is like bulky armor that she
right.
has, and then like Mega Man's like cannons.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like what it looked like to me. Um, I have a armor rouge, and
Oh, yeah.
I use it in Terra raid battles because I like
It
the move of what is it, fire cannon,
ar
armor
ar
cannon.
yeah, armor cannon. It's basically just fi fire close combat. It's really good. Output and great.
Yeah, I like it because it's more of a it's a special attacker,
Yeah.
and it's it's pretty in a way it's kind of bulky.
Yeah, it's kind of
Um,
bulky, but it's also not too slow.
and it's not super slow like most bulkier Pokemon are.
Right.
I will say I like the design a lot. I'll give it in the great tier. Now, Sarah Ledge though itself, because I have Sarah Ledge.
I don't like the
This
shinies.
thing,
The both letter shinies are horrible.
yeah, the shinies itself, like it's one of those like it didn't really necessarily need a shiny because of the designs are already that good. But Sarah Ledge, now I can highly talk about Sarah Ledge here. It
Mhm.
is my um favorite non legendary or starter right now because it's funny because when you send it into auto battle mode,
Mhm.
this thing goes absolutely ballistic. Like it's literally like a man on a mission, like just destroying every little thing it can find. Like literally, I was in one of the areas and there was like a horde of go goats and
Oh,
destroyed
yeah, you
like
told me
eight
this.
go goats, bro. Like eight of them, and then they just kept respawning and respawning, and this thing was just going absolutely crazy. Um, I love the move that it gets bitter blade.
It heals,
Like
right? Yeah,
yeah, yeah, it's like a Giga Drain, but for fire types.
but stronger.
Um, stronger, yeah. Like
Yeah.
this thing, I have nothing but great things to say about it. The only now, of course, the only bad thing with Sarah Ledge is his terrible defense stats,
Yeah.
which like basically you can easily one shot it or two shot it, and it's pretty much it. But this
I
thing,
didn't use any I didn't use any of
if you
these
give
because
it,
I had
okay,
Coco. So like
if you give this thing flame charge, like it already has pretty solid speed stats.
yeah,
But like if you give it flame charge, you're pretty much like
good.
because yeah, it has an 85 base speed, which is not terrible.
Yeah.
It's all right. But you know, you give it flame charge, you know, do it twice, and you're pretty solid. Like you like nothing's gonna outspeed it in a way.
Wait, I'm looking at
It's attack stat though. 125 is pretty good.
I'm looking at Tad Bulb right now, and I think I found a shiny of it, but like I just went past it because it looks super similar to the original. So,
Real quick, what were your final thoughts on Sarah Ledge?
oh, I said they're both great.
Both great. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's I'm in the same I'm in the same opinion, except I'm just a little bit more biased towards Sarah Ledge and Armor Rouge
right.
because I used it. Now
I
Tadball, bro, this little guy,
I think I
I
found a
don't know what
shiny,
to
but
make
I
of
didn't
this
know
little
because
guy.
like their colors are so similar.
I don't know
I
what to
think
make of this little guy.
it's kind of into me. Like I see what they're trying to do, but like, I don't care for it.
I mean, he's a cute little derpy little guy. I will say though, they're a little annoying because like you just like because they're so small and they just float
You
in the
just
air.
don't
You
know.
don't even know they're there. You don't even know they're there at
Yeah.
times, and you just run into them, and you're like, "What the?" You know, like you just want to. You literally get so annoyed with them.
I do like that they are using more of the stone for evolutions though, because like we have like evolutions only for a few Pokemon. It's like, why do these even exist? So I do like that.
Yeah, they're finally like, well, because like most people in a way are like getting. I've noticed a lot of people are getting annoyed when it comes to finding specific stones.
Yeah.
But like after a while, you can find them depending on what
Pretty,
stone you're looking for. You can
pretty,
find them pretty easily.
yeah.
So it's
Something
just
I think,
I just think it's just people being a little
well,
impatient.
yeah. The thing is, I think that the things that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet do do it like the good things that they do is really really good, and the bad things are really really bad.
Like what would be like a bad thing for you?
Like the whole like I'm not gonna lie, the movement in this game is really really bad compared to like Legend Arceus. Like Legend Arceus, it was really really smooth, and then here it's kind of like it's really not fun. Like for example, climbing. I hate climbing in this game because it's so badly done. Like why? It's just not fun.
Oh yeah, and you would think because like Koraidon and Miraidon have like bigger, stronger claws that like
Sneasler.
probably be a little bit easier and smoother
No, it's
versus Sneasler.
the movement sucks in this game. Gliding's not fun either. Cause like you go super slow compared to like Braviary, and like you end up like it end up like forcing you down after a while. It's like why though?
Yeah, literally just like at some point it's just like, nope, sorry, you've been on this ride for too long, sir. You need to go
Yeah,
back down.
so it's like I don't think that's a good thing. That's
No, I
probably
will. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah. Like you know how like people say like it takes like 30 minutes to go from one place to another map. That's probably why, because
Yeah,
the movement's so bad.
yeah. Like they did a good job as far as like the designs of like the open world concept and like
Yeah.
just the landscape. Like they're taking like compared to old generations, they're like leaps and bounds compared to the other ones.
They
But
just didn't
they still got work to do.
it feels like that they had what they wanted to, but they just didn't finish it. Is the thing.
Because listen, I get like Arc Legends Arceus is a one, it's a one off game type thing. Like
Yeah.
I think it literally was the game of the year. It was literally voted the game of the
Probably.
year
It was really
because of
good.
how good it was. Just like the story,
Yeah.
the movement, the everything about it, like just the
The
whole
Pokemon
gameplay,
themselves.
like Pokemon themselves, right? Like everything. That's literally everything everyone wanted in an actual Pokemon game.
Yeah. And then they tried to do it in this game, but they didn't do it like Arceus. Like it felt like Arceus was what they were trying to do with this game, but like they just didn't have enough time.
I mean, they had plenty of time. They just, they just rush everything.
Yeah.
Now, next, my boy Belly Bolt.
I like this guy. He's just a cool little guy.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first saw the trailer on this
Yeah.
thing, I was like super happy. I saw this thing. I was like, oh my god, this thing's so derpy.
Yeah, yeah,
I love
you
it.
told me like I like
I
this guy.
literally got. I really did. I really got like so like overly excited, and then it's funny because I was like, I loved it so much, and then I didn't even use it right away.
Yeah.
But I like the design though because like so I don't know if you noticed, so the eyes, like the
Or
eye sacs
or
are
not
not
actually
actually
it's
attached,
cheeks.
which is it's very like it's very easy to like oversee that.
Yeah.
So like when I first saw it, I thought those were its eyes too,
Yeah.
but I'm like overall like this thing is very like bulky too, and the electromorphosis uh I love that move, or I like
It's
the ability so
yeah.
much.
I think this is a solid design
I
overall.
the only problem though with Electro with its ability
Yeah.
is so it's only for electric type
Electric types and
moves.
not
So
actually
like
anything else.
right, anything else, right? So if you're facing like a ground type, for example,
You can't
and a
use
belly bolt, and belly bolt doesn't you know uh get knocked out within the first earthquake, then
wait, does
it
this not get surf?
can't do
No,
anything.
it doesn't get surf.
No,
Is it
because it's hidden ability is damp, but
the only thing yeah. The only thing it
that's
has
only for
really
people not to use like any like self destructive moves.
the only problem is that it doesn't really have any good coverage moves.
Yeah, because like it has like sucker punch, which I mean that's pretty. I mean like obviously that's not you know water type move or anything like that, but I like a sucker punch. I also like ooh it. I didn't see this. It does get access to weather ball.
Oh yeah. That would only be good for like Sun teams because Sun team is the only one that they use now. Because like Sun's really good. Like it's really good right now. It's the best weather right now.
Do they? Does no one use rain teams anymore?
There's no good rain Pokemon.
Because like you got
You have
because
like
I know a lot of
fossils, and that's pretty much it.
see like I'm so like I was just going through like it's like moves it can learn for belly bolt for like
Yeah,
coverage moves you were saying. It can learn muddy water, but that has to be an
yeah.
egg move. And the only other like water type moves it really
It's
knows is
water
water
pulse
pulse
and water gun.
and chilling water.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, come on, man. Like, so they pretty much, in a way, like just use this thing as just a bulky electric type. That's really it.
I don't understand why
Kind of
they
this,
don't give
kind of this
certain Pokemon just more moveset, more moves. Like, why?
laziness.
What?
Now, speaking, now, this is the Pokemon I ended up replacing Belly Bolt with
Yeah.
that I decided to go with instead.
I'm not gonna lie.
This little Wattrel.
I'm not gonna lie. This whole line just feels looks like Tailo and Swallow, but better to me.
Oh yeah, so Belly Bolt I was gonna put in
I'll
it's
put it good.
good to me. Wattrel wise,
I
I'm
feel
gonna
like
give
this
it
is
a
just
good just
like
because.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this is just Tailo but electric.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a little different though because they're different birds.
They
Like
are
this
different,
one's
but
supposed to be like a seagull.
they look the same though.
Yeah, you could put them like side by side, and people will be like, "All right, can you really tell the difference?" They're like, "Yeah, you could tell like the difference, but
Like
like
they have a bit of coloration difference, but like they still look similar. But I do like it. It looks good.
Kilowattrel is a little bit taller. Kilowattrel's taller and like bigger, like bulkier wise, as far
Hmm.
as the body. The I will tell you though, compared if we're gonna compare it to Swallow though,
Yeah.
Swallow definitely has the better shiny though. Like
Yeah.
we already know that.
Yeah, it
Kilowattrel,
looks
though,
much better.
I have this on my team, so I actually did
Yeah.
use this. Um, I was actually overall pretty satisfied with it. Like
It's
in
really
battle,
fast.
like I could switch it out with like I could if I needed an electric type, I could switch it in or a flying type and
Yeah.
it'd be pretty solid for me.
Plus
So
it's
I
a
like
it's immune to ground.
design wise and it's immune to ground, right? So it only really has a weakness to rock
Yeah.
and ice, unfortunately. But I mean, yeah, so
Thunderbolt or
it only
Sky.
has two weaknesses.
And then you also have like you have like Thunderbolt and then uh you have Air Slash, then you have U-turn, which is nice.
You got You got discharge as well, which is
Well,
very nice.
I mean, for doubles, yeah, but yeah,
I used it more as a special attacker because
yeah,
it learned more special attack
yeah,
moves, which it is a special attacker
yeah.
anyways.
I'm just saying it
Um,
also have Vault Switch, but U-turn's better because it's not immune to ground types. U-turn.
I didn't get access to U-turn yet.
I think it's like a TM.
It's a TM.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I used Volt Switch for a little while.
yeah,
So I will say like I'm in the for me it's great just like as far as battling and
yeah. That's
just
good. I think it's good.
overall
I
design.
do think it's solid. I would probably say maybe like fourth, maybe third favorite or fifth favorite. Maybe
Of
fourth.
the regional birds.
Yeah, like Staraptor's easily my favorite. Then there's Corviknight. Then I would say Toucannon probably. None this.
Honestly, it's kind of scary funny. That's like literally my same list. But like, well, actually, I would switch. No, I would. It's the same. No, I would
Yeah,
say the same.
and
Like
then
then I would say like afterwards, like maybe Talonflame, and then Talonflame. I like then Pidgeot. Noctowl was my favorite, and it's not even a knock. It's not even. I'm gonna do some.
right.
It's not a knock on knockout knocked owl. It's just it's just the least favorite.
Yeah, but I don't like the Unfezant the most. Miss Kiff.
I forgot about I forgot about that one.
Miss Kiff.
Mastiff.
Mastiff.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a mastiff poke, like the dog.
yeah.
It's just Mastiff.
I don't really like it to be honest. Like
I like its cry,
I like his shiny, but
honestly.
I don't like the original one. The if it were the shiny one, I would actually like it. But I don't like the original one. It's the coloration. I don't think it looks good. I like the shiny one though. If we're talking about shiny, I would put in good. If this, I would say bad.
I'm in like the meh because I like its cry because it's like a big old like bark and
Hmm.
Mastiff itself like I haven't used one yet, so I can't like because it's just a dark type,
Yeah. Plus you have to
so
walk it.
I haven't even looked at. I didn't even realize you have to walk it.
Yeah, all the dogs you have to walk.
No, it's level 30. It just evolves
Oh.
at level 30.
Oh really? Oh, yeah. I thought it was all dogs.
Same with no, I looked back at the Fido one. Same thing. It's like level like
Oh.
30.
Then
So
it's just
it's
the
not.
ghost one.
It's
I
just
thought
the ghost one.
okay, because I thought the leaker said that it was. Oh well.
Yeah, well, that's why we don't listen to leakers as often as we should. Um, Overall, I give it like a meh. Like the shine, I agree with you on the shiny though. Like the shiny looks better,
Yeah.
but I mean, like in real life, like mastiffs are not that color.
Yeah.
I mean, like the normal color.
Yeah.
So, all right, Matt, what is it? Matt,
Ma
Jesus Christ, I can't even pronounce it.
Bastis, I think. My
Hold on.
Bastis.
Yeah,
I like
Mabosstiff, yeah.
I like the shiny one. I also like in
So
battle
what
where
did
we're
you?
just I also like in battle where it just smirks.
All right, so what did you feel like? Because this was like part of the story. So what did you feel about like the whole overall like because Arvin was trying to heal this guy?
I mean, eh?
Did you pull some? Did it tug some heartstrings for you?
Not really.
I mean, maybe for me, just because like I had to put my dog down and
Yeah.
stuff, like over like in the past, like seeing that like the owner was actually trying to take care of
Heal
his
it.
dog and heal his dog from like preventing it from dying. Like
Yeah.
That to me, I didn't cry or anything, but like like you felt like that like heartwarming
Yeah.
feeling. You're like, oh, like
Mhm.
afterwards, you're like, oh, like like you feel bad for the guy in a way.
Yeah.
So, like for the story wise, I kind of felt like I liked it more, but like now overall, it's just like pure the Pokemon itself.
I think it is a step
Um,
up from the other one. However,
oh yeah, I definitely like this one a little bit more.
I think I would probably put in good actually, because I like it much more than the other one.
I've never used one yet, so I can't
Yeah.
like judge on the battling yet.
Yeah.
But the design wise, I think like I'm not too sure because it's like mastiffs are like huge. By the way, like I don't know if you want to like look up what an actual mastiff looks like.
Mhm.
Those things are huge. Like they're huge dogs. Like one of the biggest dog breeds in the world.
Right.
And just the eyes on this thing, how it literally looks like like it just looks like it wants to like yeah, it's giving you like those puppy eyes.
Yeah.
But then like the minute like it like barks at you, has that the evil like showing its teeth and stuff at you.
Yeah. And
So I'm kind
this
of
one
like,
like smirks in our thing when in battle, by the way.
what is it?
It smirks in battle and everything, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's right. And it's an ability to stake out, which is
Yeah.
like,
Eh.
and it has intimidate. So I mean, intimidate's always been
Good.
a solid ability. So I'll give it like a good, yeah, like
Right.
a. It's
Strudel.
almost like it's almost at a mid for me.
Yeah.
Ooh, Strudel.
Sure.
This little guy's a little cute little guy,
Um,
a little derpy.
I don't really have any things about this one. It's kind of
I
eh
like
to
it
me.
shiny.
The shiny is alright, but I just don't have anything for this Pokemon itself, I'm not gonna lie. It does have Prankster, and Prankster's probably my favorite ability of any Pokemon ability. It's just a fun ability all around. I
I
was
I like Strudel a little
yeah.
bit.
I was thinking of Grafaiai a little bit, but like Wooper was there. So yeah.
Eh, yeah, I mean, like overall, like Strudel. What like before we move to Grafai, like
Yeah.
I like the little I
Mouse.
like the little guy, how it's like
Yeah.
little tongue sticking out and everything, and it's
It's a
this
tooth.
the shiny is
Oh, is it a tongue?
purple, so I like that.
Wait, is it a tongue?
Yeah, it's tongue.
Oh, I was thought it was like a tooth.
No, it's a little tongue.
Yeah. Well, you see like oh it's like white and then there's like a little thing. I was thought it was a buck tooth because of the mouse. But okay.
I mean, it could be a buck, could be a tooth. It looks like a tongue to me, though.
All right.
Either way, I like the
Ooh.
purple eyes instead of the green.
Ooh. I just saw Grafaia's shiny and I really, really like it actually. I really like Grafaia's shiny. It looks really, really good. I like
I'm not
Grafaia
gonna.
in I like Grafaia in general, but like I really like how Grafaia looks. Also Prankster, which I love Prankster. I
I
really
like
like this.
I like regular graphite. Like I haven't used it yet, but I like the design a lot. Like even though like because like I like a real eye has like those big eye or the
Yeah,
big ears like that, and they have like the big that's why they call it an eye because of the
yeah.
eyes. But um, I will say like because eyes in real life don't have like those buggy looking eyes,
Well, I mean, it's a
but
Pokemon.
well, yeah, but I'm looking at it as like I always look at it as like when they design it purposely off other animals,
Hmm.
and like this looks way better than any. If you look at this versus what a real eye looks like, you're
Yeah,
like you'd be like terrified on what an eye actually looks like. Those things are actually
yeah.
like ugly looking, but
It kind of looks like a lemur, like a ringtail lemur and eye combined in a way.
yeah, I was gonna say it looks like more like a lemur in my
Yeah,
opinion than a eye, but like
it's
I like the little hair it has on the
yeah.
top of its head.
I'm
Um,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna put it in grade because I actually really like Grafii.
I like it. It's a great design. I don't really like it shiny, believe it or not. Like at least the ears and the
Oh, really?
because like it's like that
I
bronze
actually really,
color.
I actually really like the shiny.
The the face though has the
Yeah.
face because it's white and red almost looks like the Spider Woman.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah, 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 yeah.
kind of gives me that vibe a little bit because like it's a little weird because like with Grafii how it's like its arms is like black and then
Yeah,
fingers are different colors and then the
right.
same thing with the shiny it's like a purple and gold versus I mean
That'd be
overall
great.
I like Grafii. I haven't
Yeah.
used one yet but I'm going to very soon.
Okay, so this is a Pokemon that I was using for the uh running. This is the running one that I used. Brumblebin.
Rambling,
Uh,
rambling.
Here's the thing about Brumblebin. I only added it on because I need a grass type. So my team at the moment, I needed one last Pokemon, and I was planning on using the engine Pokemon, right? Varoom.
Yeah.
However, I was looking at my team like I need some way to fight against water and ground types, right? So I'm like, and rock types. I'm like, okay, so I will use. So I need a new Pokemon. So I was going to choose a grass type, and this was my favorite out of all of them. And I'm going to say it's a pretty strong Pokemon all around. I do think it's a strong Pokemon.
I mean, overall, like you don't really have too many like newer like grass type options, anyways.
Yeah,
But
they're small up or this pretty much.
that yeah, for at least like yeah regular grass types, yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty much all you had. Which is very weird because at least like in most generations, like
there's
you
usually
had at
three.
least like 3 to 4 like
Yeah,
different new grass type options. They kind of, which I kind of like overall in this game. How they kind of like skimmed back on certain types and
yeah,
like let other types shine.
yeah, like
Or
bug types.
they put more bug. Well, they didn't put a lot of bugs. I think they only put like 3 or 4. I think,
Three, but like that's still pretty good options.
but I mean like they actually put like more like thought into like steel types, rock
Yeah,
types, ghost types. Like a lot of they actually put like more types that were like lacking.
they
Um,
actually made a good rock type. Like for
yeah, and they
everyone,
actually made a good rock type.
like I'm going to be honest. I think rock type's probably the worst typing. Like you look throughout the generations, Tyranitar is pretty much the only good rock type that have been in OU. Every other rock type
Um,
hasn't really been in OU except for like Mega Dion.
what about Tyrantum?
Tyrantum? No, it never been OU. It's only ever Tyrantar because of and that's only because of its ability being Sandstream.
I would say Tyrantum's like the only like good like rock type I can think of outside of like
Aerodactyl, I guess.
Tyranitar. Aerodactyl. I mean, you
It's
also
all
had
right.
what's it call
Lightning
it?
Rock?
Rampardos for a little
No,
while too.
Rampart sucks. It's really strong, but like it can't do anything because it's not bulky or anything. It just dies.
I think it still has the highest attack stat of all the rock types.
Probably.
That I mean that's why I mean like that's the only thing good about it.
Yeah.
But back to Bramblin.
I would put in good because I just like it because of my
I
team.
I haven't used one yet. Cause it is funny like watch because they are tumbleweeds like
Yeah, and they
watching
just
them in the desert like just like
run
literally
away.
tumbling along doing their
I do
thing.
think I do think the shine looks a little bit good, like this one.
Its shiny is like a little different because it just
Yeah,
looks like a withered
yeah,
tumbleweed.
it looks good.
Its eyes are kind of weird though because
Yeah,
I know it's a ghost type.
and then Brumble
I'm,
Gas,
I'll say it's good.
Brumble Gas. I like Brumble Gas. Like it was a really strong Pokemon on my team. Like I like it.
What what is that? I've actually never seen the second form.
Yeah, just a tumbleweed.
Like like literally no. I don't think a single trainer I faced in the game
Uses it?
has one.
I don't think
I don't
so.
think a single person uses it. So that's why it's like, because certain Pokemon, like you're like, all right, I think,
Sorry, you were cutting
like
out.
somebody used it, or like
Right.
some trainer, or like like a gym leader or
Who
somebody.
use it?
Which I'm surprised, like the grass or the ghost type gym leader didn't use this thing.
Oh yeah, I
Or I
didn't.
mean, I can kind of like understand why the grass type didn't, because it's like
It's
yeah, you don't see them like till later in the game, but
yeah.
like
Plus,
the ghost type
this
gym
one has
leader.
to be pretty
But
strong for the second gym leader too. By the way, because it has one 15 attack.
I mean, they could have used like the first stage,
Yeah, they could have.
but 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 I mean, like they could have used this one for Rhyme, the ghost gym leader,
Yeah,
because
but they
like
didn't.
this thing, especially in double battles, because it's the only gym leader that does double battles. So I
Yeah,
mean, like
there's no double battles except for
I
that gym, which kind of
I
sucks.
overall have not used this before
I would put in
or
great just
even
because of
seen it yet.
I would put
Um,
in great just because of me.
I like it shiny though,
I do like it
because like
shiny.
that's a little different, just because tumbleweeds are not that color in real life, but like it's like a white, has like the little purple tips on it, and like I'm not gonna lie to you, it does. Okay, to me, doesn't it kind of look like a creepy like a pumpkin, like a
Oh yeah,
creepy
kind
pumpkin
of.
that you see on Halloween?
Yeah, kind of. Like you can see like a little smile too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I look at the smile. I'm like, that
Yeah.
does kind of creep me out a little bit.
Okay, this is one I actually really like though. Is Toad School. I think it's just a funny Pokemon. Like,
Oh, Toad's cool.
yeah, I think it's a funny Pokemon.
I like the shiny.
Shiny looks good. Honestly, I just like it because it just looks funny. And if you see it, did you see it run at all?
Yeah, that thing a little goofy.
Yeah, I like it. It's just a funny little guy, and I like it.
I like the design wise. I just felt bad they did this to
Yeah.
poor Tentacool.
Why? Oh,
Goes from a jellyfish to literally a whole
mushroom.
mushroom.
I mean, it kind of makes sense though, because like it looks like one. It couldn't look like one.
Did you see that they use this thing in food for food?
Yeah, that's
I'm
sad.
like, this poor little guy.
And
I
wait,
like
honestly,
it.
I think Tenta or Toad's Cruel is
Toad's
one of the
cruel.
best Pokemon in the game right now.
See, you almost want to say Tentacruel.
Yeah, I want. I really like this design, and the shiny looks really, really good.
They
Like I
literally use this poor thing as food.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of upset that I didn't use this over Gas. I didn't.
Oh yeah, I forgot that there was a third. This was the so we did have a third option.
Yeah. I didn't even found it until later on. So like that's why I didn't use. But like, if I found it, I probably would have used it because I actually like this more than Gasp.
Because these guys are not easily found either.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can find them over by the lake,
Yeah, but
but
that's
that's
later
not
on.
till later in the game. And the only other access to Toad's Cool
Hmm.
was in like area, like in the south area by the second gym, but like you had to eat like one of the like
Samuels.
the higher grass
Yeah.
encounters, and it's still, even then it's harder to
Yeah.
find.
I wish I actually used this because this is actually a really cool design and I like it. Now, do I like it more
uh,
than original? I don't know because I actually like both of them a lot.
I don't
I
know,
would,
I like the original Tentacruel better.
yeah, I would put this in the best actually. I actually really like it.
I will say the only thing that kind of like turns me off about him is like
It's
the little weird like little nose it has.
yeah,
Other than that, like I'm kind of indifferent as far as like it's like it's a jellyfish on land,
Yeah.
basically.
Turn into a mushroom.
Um, and a mushroom, right? Um,
But you can kind of see it.
yeah, I can see it. I'm kind of like indifferent about it. Like I haven't used it yet, so I'm gonna go with like it's a good design overall, but like
Yeah.
I'm kind of like me personally, I'm kind of feeling like the meh, like at least the shiny wise. I don't like the
Right.
shiny. I like
And
the
then
regular one.
cloth. I think the shiny of the 10 uh Toad's Cruel looks good. I like it.
You want to talk about shiny wise? Cloth is pretty cool.
Cloth. I actually don't really like the shine. I feel like the blue's
It's a
too light
blue.
for it. Maybe
It's
if
a
it
blue.
were, I feel like it should have been a darker blue, to be honest.
It's a blue crab. What, you
Yeah.
can't go wrong with it.
I just feel like it should have been darker. I just don't like the light color of it.
You're not a fan of the lighter blue?
Yeah. Because the body's already white, so like it kind of makes it look eh.
I personally love the shiny versus the original. I even
I like
am I
cloth.
the am I the only one that just thought that or just noticed on cloth that it has those like the black like
Nose hairs.
puffy things around it? Yeah, the hairs.
No, I noticed it. It's like I think it's supposed to be eyebrows, at least from the official artwork. But like in game, it just doesn't show up like that.
I was gonna say I did not notice that it had it in the actual game.
Um, I like cloth. That's just what I'm gonna say. I just like it.
I think it's an overall good design,
Yeah,
like especially for it being like the first Titan boss to like come off. And
and
this
it's
is weird. Like I liked him better as I think it looked better when it was a giant versus a normal
yeah.
cloth.
I think it should be bigger. It looked better when it's a giant.
Now, of course, was is it going to be that big? Like sending it out, like like whale lord
No,
size? No, but they
just
could have made
bigger.
it a little bit bigger. Could
Uh,
you imagine a giant crab like that big?
and as a taxi would eat too. No, and
Yeah,
then
that'd be very
Cap's a
scary.
kid. I don't like Cap's a kid.
Cap's a kid.
Yeah.
Literally,
What?
I as far as the design wise, this thing is trash.
I don't like it. It looks ugly.
It's
I
not even ugly. It's just trash.
Yeah, it looks horrible. I hate it.
Oh yeah, we did have another grass type. We just didn't care.
True.
So there were two other options.
Yeah.
One of them we didn't get access to till later, and this one is just terrible.
And then Skull Villain, uh,
Even Capsicum Shiny is like eh.
I do think Skull Villain is much better. Something that I find is cool, like, I watched this video where, like, they said, like, their heads will, only certain heads will use certain attacks, uh, the red one will always use something uh, like something like flamethrower and seed bomb. Meanwhile, like the green head will only use like stuff like seed bomb or seed bolt seed or something like that. I think that's cool, and I think that Game Freak is really good with small details, but like they don't focus on the big things.
I
Yeah,
mean, I feel like Sylveon is one of those Pokemon that feels incomplete.
yeah.
Like it feels like a middle stage, not a third form.
Like it
I
feels
mean,
like
like
there should have
I
been
get the
something like
concept.
Hydreigon.
Yeah, I was thinking more like a high dragon, like like have a third pepper in there
Yeah,
because you could have like yellow or orange, like a
yeah.
like red and green peppers are. I mean, I get it though because a fire, it's the first grass fire type,
Fire.
so
Yeah.
I guess I get that they wanted to stick with like a red pepper and a green pepper.
Also, something uh outside of this, I think I heard like Game Freak actually stole this design from someone. Like someone made this exact design and they just copied it.
They better have paid the guy.
I don't know. I don't. I don't know. I just saw it somewhere on like online, so I don't know.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me that Game Freak is literally running out of ideas and stealing
Yeah.
fan art from other people.
Uh,
Can you imagine they're just like sitting at the desk one day and they're just like looking at all the fake mon that people made
yeah.
up and they're like, oh, that looks
And
good.
if they
Okay.
took my freaking snake and then I would be so mad.
I would be so mad too. Like, be like, hey, I want to get confiscated for that. Can I at least
Like,
get paid for it?
here's the thing.
Overall,
If Game Freak went up to me, it's like, hey, I want your Pokemon design. I would let them use it or whatever, and like if they gave me like credit or whatever, and like give me money or whatever, like yeah, use it. 'Cause, like, that would be really cool. Like yeah,
can you just imagine they're like, here, I'm just throwing out a number here.
yeah.
Here's $25,000 for you know,
Your
just for your
design.
design. Like
Yeah.
you get, and what we'll do for you is every time that your Pokemon um gets used or showcased or whatever in like the anime or something, we'll give you like a little bit of a royalty or something. Like I don't know, like
Or like credit the design or whatever too.
yeah, credit design.
That'd be
Back to
awesome.
Skull Valley. And what do you think overall? Like final
Uh,
thoughts.
I would say like in between of meh and good. I do
I'm
think
on.
it could.
I want to go with May.
I do think that there's aspects I do like about it, but it could be used. It could be did better.
I'm
And
more of like
then
a May because I feel it's incomplete.
and then what's his name? Reller or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Rellor.
Honestly,
The little dung beetle.
its face is ugly. Like if you look at, I saw its face and it looks ugly.
I mean, it's a dung beetle. I mean, what do you want from it?
Like it looks like a Sesame Street face.
I like how they have literally the ball of poop as gold as a
Yeah,
shiny.
I do like that aspect though. I think that was
The
cool.
golden poop. Like what is that?
It's just bug poop.
Now this is one of the other Pokemon that you have to walk 1,000 steps for, which is a pain.
However, I do really like the evolution.
You should see me. I actually have one on my team currently.
I actually have
You
one
should
too.
you should see how funny it is like watching this little guy like walk a
Right?
thousand
Yeah.
steps.
I do like the evolution though. Like the
That's
first
good.
stage is kind of like like a mid. Like here's the thing, I really like bug types, like but this one's really cool actually. Like I like the shiny where it like turns gold like an actual like Egyptian beetle, like the you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know it's exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's Egyptian. I know it's like yeah, it's a golden beetle of some
yeah.
sort. I can't remember what exactly it's called, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, we should probably speed this up a bit because we're almost at like 200 or 2 hours, so we should speed up a little bit. But
All
yeah,
right.
but I
So,
think this would be in great
what
or
do you
even
think
good.
about like the egg sac it's holding above?
Uh, I like the idea like 'cause like it's supposed to be like the power of whatever it was supposed to be. I forget the whole Egyptian mythology with it, but yeah,
I like it. It's like it's good for me. Flittle.
I don't like this thing. I'm not gonna lie. It
These are the another one of those Pokemon that are like really small and annoying, and you don't see them.
here's the thing. I feel like they just shouldn't have made it to exist, honestly. It just feels like filler. Uh, Fatal just doesn't need to exist, in my opinion. Like,
It's mad.
it looks stupid to me. I don't like it.
It's mad to me because I actually have Espathra. Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
have one of these.
this one, especially, looks really, really cool. Like, I think that it would have been a great Pokemon just for, like, its own. Like, it doesn't need to be, like,
It
have
didn't need a pre another
yeah,
evolution.
it could have been like Skarmory or Heracross, where it doesn't need one. But yet they tried
I
to.
overall had one of these on my team, and let me tell you, this thing
Yeah.
is actually really good.
Yeah,
So, because
this is a really cool Pokemon. I like the shiny of it
I
too.
this ended up replacing because I had low kicks
Yeah.
or low ticks. I ended up
Locust, yeah.
replacing it with this because I was like, all right, this thing can learn Flash Cannon. This thing
It
can
learns
learn,
Flash Cannon?
yeah, yeah,
Oh
man.
shoot.
I taught it Flash Cannon. So I used Flash Cannon, Dazzling Gleam. Um, what the hell was it called?
The Luminary Crash or whatever?
Yeah, Lumeria's Crash and Shadow Ball. So
Dude,
this
really
thing is
cool.
really good. Like overall in Pokemon, I
I also think
design wise, it's great.
I also think it's really good in Terra Raid battles too, by the way, because like it just
They are,
lowers they just lowered special defense and they just keep attacking. Especially
and
especially on like let's say fighting or poison. Yeah, this is strong.
this this thing literally has one of the best abilities to with Opportunist.
Yeah.
So its stat is boosted for any Pokemon that boosted stat for itself. Sparta gets the
Or
same thing.
or it has speed boost, which is another really good ability too.
So this thing is so strong and powerful that a lot of people probably overlook it.
Yeah, it's a good Pokemon.
I
I would put in
I
great.
love it. Like
I
it's
think the
great
shiny
for
looks
me.
better.
I've used it. I've used it, and it's really great, especially for like later in the game.
I'm not gonna lie, if I saw the shiny, I probably would have liked it even more, and I might have even used it, honestly.
It's a little weird because it has a dress, but
Yeah.
that's about it. Now, what about
Um,
Tinkaton?
it looks like a little baby. You know what it just
Yeah, I'm
reminds
not.
me of? Uh,
Yeah,
it kind of reminds me of like a doll from Lilo and Stitch. Do you know what I'm talking
that's
about?
what Capsicid looked. That's what Capsicid looked like to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the little doll. Yeah, that's what Capsicid
Yeah.
looked like to me.
I don't like Tick Attack. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Like
Trash.
it just looks horrible.
Now, what about Tough?
Tough is kind of the same to me, honestly.
Trash.
And then
I
Ton
don't
does
really
have
have anything to say about it other
I
than
do
it's
think it looks
annoying.
I think it does look better than it. I think I would put in good, but the pre-evolutions are meh.
Now,
And then
Ton, I
Tinka
like it.
yeah, Ton looks good. It's funny that
I
it
had
has
one
a
on my
really
team.
good signature move, but it's really bad. Like it has 75 attack to use it with Gigaton Hammer. Imagine Gigaton Hammer being on like something like let's say Aegis Slash or whatever. That would be really strong because like you have King's Shield or whatever because you will always want to like change things anyways. Like you have no reason not to use it.
Can you imagine someone like a Slacking having that move? It's over.
Eh, it doesn't really matter because like it already has a Giga Impact and you already have Truant.
I'm just saying, can you imagine someone that's already strong like that having that type of move?
Yeah, like Aegis Slash.
I
Like
over
Like you
overall
can
like
just
this design, like
I do like the
the
design. I don't like the shiny though, because like the hammer's the only thing that changes
it's
color.
brown, nasty looking.
No, no, not
It's
even
it's
the
it's
Pokemon
good to
itself didn't
me.
even get anything. It's just the hammer.
No, now what about Wiglet?
I don't like Wiglet.
I
It just
I kind of I think he's cute.
I think it's kind. I just feel like it's filler, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, Game Freak, they're obsessed
Yeah,
with Diglett.
yeah.
I like Wiglet though, like Wiglet itself. Now Wug Trio,
Bugtree is stupid. I would
bro, it just looks nasty.
I would put Wugtrio in trash. Wiglet would be in like bad, but like this is trash.
I
There's
don't I don't really care for it either, but I'm eventually gonna have to use one.
there's like no reason. This doesn't even get Earthquake too, by the way.
Well, I mean, it's a water type though,
Okay,
a
but
pure water
Bug
type.
Trio. I think it's Earth Power too.
Um, the only thing it learns is dig, mud
Oh.
slap.
No, it gets Earth Power from
You
TM.
have to teach it earth power,
Yeah.
but it doesn't learn it by
Okay, so why doesn't it
itself.
get Earthquake is my thing.
Don't ask me. I didn't design it.
Bombirder.
I
Uh,
like it. It's a stork,
I don't like its ability.
or I mean, it's a crane. It's literally a crane.
Well, no, it's
So
supposed to be like a stork, like a
yeah, the baby storks,
stork, yeah,
like for
yeah. I don't like the
I
ability
like
because
it.
it's like the rocky payload. Like it just gives you rock stab. Like why? What's the point of that?
Um, yeah, because it knows like rock tomb and rock slide and all that stuff for which is interesting for a bird because
Like I understand the point is like it throws rocks at people like to like for damage or whatever. Like at that point, why isn't it just a rock type?
it should be a rock flying, but I mean, like, how many rock flyings are there already? You have Aerodactyl.
Aerodactyl.
It would just been a weaker Aerodactyl. That's
Yeah.
really it. So I overall design wise, I give it a good.
And then the shiny's kind of eh.
It's just gray.
And then Finzen. I like a
Finish.
shiny.
Finally, I was I said this before.
Yeah.
Finally, they came out with a dolphin. It only took them 9 generations to finally come
I
out
like a
with a real
shiny.
dolphin. Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh wow,
The purple looks good. Purple and green eyes. It looks really, really good.
that is honestly so far out of the new Pokemon. That is my favorite. It's my favorite
Shiny.
shiny so far. I need to find one though.
Oh, you have to evolve it with friend. You have to play with friends to evolve it.
I mean, I kind of get that idea because dolphins are friendly, and you
But
know,
like,
I will say though, I love Palafin,
yeah. Real quickly though,
but
I think it's
the
kind.
hero
It's
version,
yeah. Give me a second, real quick. I will say like, I think the evolution, the way of evolution is kind of stupid. It's like you're basically just giving it from a paywall.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, you just put a heart on it. You
Yeah.
just slap the heart on its
And then
chest.
then Palafin and no, nobody the citizens stage or whatever. It looks stupid. It's nothing even changed at all. Just give a heart. Like they should have given it something at least. Like and then hero
All
form is
right.
really really cool.
So what's your overall thing on Palafin?
Palafin's really really strong by the way, because like you just use flip turn, go out, and then you become a strong monster. You have 160 base attack with no drawbacks at all. And then you have Jet Punch, which is just uh it's just
The
Aqua
stronger
Jet,
Aqua
but
Jet.
stronger. I like Palafin. I would say it's a great Pokemon. I like the idea of like switching out because it's supposed to be a superhero, and with the cape and everything, it's cool.
I just wish it was an actual like a split branch evolution.
Yeah. I
So
just wish
I like everything about it.
I don't
So
want to.
I'm gonna go with great.
I wouldn't put it in a switch branch, but like I wish that the zero form had something else than just a heart. And
It's
then
one of those like there's nothing really what we can do about that.
yeah, then
Now
there's
now
Varoom.
your boy Varoom.
I like Varoom. I think it's a good solid Pokemon. I like the gold for
I
shiny.
like the shiny.
Here's the thing. I always like silver and gold shinies whenever they do that because like usually they look
Give-
really good.
They gives you the Metagross vibes.
Yeah, the Metagross, which I'm gonna already going to just like talk about what's his name? Iron Threads, right? Thorns? Whatever.
Oh, yeah,
The shiny looks really, really good. I would
I
give
like
this
Varoom.
I like this one. I would say I would give it pretty high up. I would give it a great.
I honestly like Varoom over Reveroom.
Yeah, I would say that too, honestly.
Like I
Eh,
like the concept behind it,
I
but
feel like Valroom has more going for it than Reveroom.
I I don't think it really even needs an eye,
Yeah,
honestly, or I mean it did, or it could stay with the eye, but doesn't need the mouth.
right. The weird
But I
mouth
mean,
where
it's an engine.
the like the little tongue sticks out too.
It's a little weird,
Yeah,
but
I like it.
like so I like
We finally get
Varoom
a
as
steel
great.
poison though. We finally get a steel poison after a while. Like I wanted like a poison porcupine in a way, but like, whatever.
I wanted the porcupine for a while, but I mean, it's
I
on the
wanted,
list, I
I
guess.
wanted, I wanted a steel porcupine, like a steel poison porcupine, where like or even a hedgehog would work too, like where the quills are like poisonous.
I mean, that's what you got Sand Slash for.
Yeah, but like I want to steal poison. What's I was saying?
Yeah, like they dropped the ball on that design, but
Yeah,
wherever room I'll give it. Wherever room I'll give a good
good. Uh, what's his name? Uh,
Cyclozar.
Cyclizard. I don't know why I linked that, but like yeah, Cyclizard is a solid design. I think the shiny looks
I like
good.
I like its regular versus the shiny.
I think it's a solid Pokemon overall. Like I would say good. I don't have anything to say too much about it except for like it has the really good ability and good signature move being Shed Tail. Like
They
yeah.
have two good abilities: Shed Skin and Regenerator.
Nah, you just want to use Regenerator. You don't care about Shed Skin because like uh because Regenerator you can it with Regenerator you for sure get to use two Shed Tails.
Interesting. I mean,
And
I haven't personally used a Cyclozar yet, but he's gonna go on my team eventually.
or Worm. Eh,
I
I don't
thought
like it.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought it was stupid.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't make it Steel Bug, but like I'm glad because like it would have been horrible. It's like here's the thing. All of the other uh all of the other Steel Bugs are awesome and I love them all. And I'm glad this one isn't a Steel Bug.
I thought this was gonna be like a steel ground type or steel rock or something.
Yeah. I don't really like the
I
designs. Plus, honestly, if they had their hands out, I probably would have liked it more, or the legs.
I like it shiny though.
The shine looks good,
I'm like meh.
but overall, I don't really care for it.
The design's stupid, but the shiny's great.
Yeah.
Glimmet,
What's his name? Grimmet?
Glimmet,
I don't like it.
Glimmet.
What is it supposed to be?
It's a flower.
Like, why is it rock and poison though?
It's like one of those like I don't remember the exact story behind it. Like I can't think of like the what it's supposed to be, but it's supposed to be like a
Right.
rock flower.
Right.
Oh, kind of. I I kind of have an idea, but
Huh.
I don't know if you're gonna know what I'm talking about though.
What?
Did you ever watch Jumanji?
Yeah.
You remember that one like the scary giant flower that would come out of like the fireplace?
No.
All right then.
I haven't
So
watched
it's
them
kind of
in a
like
while.
it's kind of like one of those things that like it's a like a wallflower that like
Right.
attaches itself and like
Drains the
literally life out of people or like
right.
brings it brings it into to like eat it type thing.
I'm not gonna lie. I think this is one of the worst signature champion Pokemon though. It's like
It's
it's rough. The champion's
supposed to be
signature.
like a mineral. Actually, it's supposed to be like a mineral flower. My
Right.
bad.
It's not that good is the thing. I don't like the idea of it. Like I don't like or I don't like that the champion has it on our team because like this is probably one of the worst Pokemon that a signature champion had. Like you think about like Blue had the starter, right? That makes sense. You had Dragonite, you have Metagross, you have Garchomp, you have Reshiram or Zekrom. Um,
Yeah,
what?
my loaded too for Wallace.
Oh, Wallace had Milotic, yeah. Milotic was bulky though, this thing, and was actually be able to live and was pretty strong. What's after this? There's I do not remember anything of. There's Mega
Beyond,
Gardevoir, right?
I mean, what's her face had
Mega Gardevoir,
Gardevoir, but that was because of the new typing.
and plus Mega,
Yeah, because of Mega, which makes sense.
and it was still strong to begin with. Uh, Kakui had your star, right? Or the opposite star, right?
Yeah, yeah, opposite starter.
And then what was
Leon and
Leon had
Charizard.
Charizard, which eh, they already used stars, but
You
yeah,
know what she? Well, I guess in a way they used it because, like, if you look at her at Greta's
design.
like design and dress and everything, like, kind
It
of
looks
looks
like it.
exactly like it.
Yeah, but
But
it's just
I thought she was gonna use like her King Bammit. You know the
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That would
like
be strong
that
though.
that's pretty strong. So Glimmet, I kind of give it an meh.
To me.
Glimora, I like the shiny, kind of still meh.
And then Glover
Reavard,
Gavar. I really like it. Like I hate the shiny. I don't like the yellow
shiny
shiny,
Guardwood.
but I really like the original one. The original one is just it's just one I really like. You know,
I'm not a fan of Houndstone
Ha-
whatsoever, though.
I don't like Houndstone either. It's kind of like
Not a fa-
I get that
not a
they're trying to
fan
do
of
like
it.
they're trying to do like a skeleton dog vibe, but like eh, I don't like it as like
I'm, I like Grievard a lot. Like that's
Greaver
good,
is
and then like
yeah.
Grievard is good. Like, but
It's really strong
Houndstone
competitively, but like still eh,
Houndstone is design wise terrible.
yeah.
Flamingo, Flamingo.
It's
I
literally
was
just
so
a
happy.
flamingo.
I was so happy when I saw that thing. I was like, "Oh, they actually you got a real flamingo."
It's literally just a flamingo. which is kind of funny, honestly. Plus, I think
But it's
I
literally all they literally did was they're missing the N in
yeah,
flamingo.
I think like Flamingo is like the best Pokemon to speedrun because like you get it so early on.
And it's a fighting type too.
Fighting flying with one 15 attack and 90 speed. It's
These
just
things are
strong.
annoying though. These
Yeah,
things are so annoying though.
they just
You
run into
like
you.
literally you just like barely walk by it and they're like, no, you need to get away from me.
I do
But
think it is.
I like it.
I do think it is a good design. Or I just think it's a good Pokemon overall. It's just funny to me that it's just a flamingo though.
It's good to me too. Now Citadel. Oh
Citado.
my boy. I love it
He's
shiny.
a little goofball.
I love it shiny.
Like it's just goofy looking to me, and I think the shine looks good.
I like
Um,
it. I like good for me.
I would probably say like I know like everyone say like Sea Titans, shiny is the best one in the game. I would probably say Tarantula has the best shiny to me personally, but like I do think it is a really good shiny Sea Titan.
Yeah,
It's a
Sea Titan's actually my favorite. Now we want to talk about my favorite Pokemon in this game. This is my favorite Pokemon in the game.
I never used Sea Titan. I need to though.
It's
It is an
it's pretty damn good.
it is an amazing HP stat.
It
It
has
might
a sheer force as a hidden ability.
I think the build or not the ability the HP stat might be one of the highest in the game. Like Chansey Blissey has the most, but like I don't know what's after that though.
Snorlax, maybe.
I don't think Snorlax has as much. I think Snorlax is like 100 110.
Maybe Wailord.
Oh, Wailord might be it too. I
But
think
Sea Titan though is my favorite. Just like this thing
yeah,
is literally a beast. This thing
it's cool.
like can take hits. It's bulky, and
It hits
especially if they finally gave an ice type some love.
yeah,
Honestly,
it hits pretty hard.
hits hard. Its
Plus,
move pool can be a little bit better though.
I mean, ice types all around got a little bit better because of snow.
I personally need to teach it a little bit better moves, but
Yeah,
I
I haven't
overall
used it though.
this is my favorite Pokemon though. And the jet, not including like paradox forms or
Yeah.
like any of that stuff. This is my favorite one.
Ooh, Vazula, right?
Veluza,
Veluza.
my
I actually
friend.
really like the shiny. The shiny looks really good.
These things are also annoying.
It's one of my favorite Pokemon from this generation, though.
These things are pretty strong though. It's a
Yeah,
pure water psychic type.
Water Psychic.
Haven't used it yet.
It's decent. Like it's so hard to like. It's a signature ability though, like being or not signature ability. It's new ability being sharpness, hidden ability. I like it. It's a solid Pokemon all
Oh,
around. I like the shiny. One of my
I
favorite
think
from this generation.
it's good.
I think it's a great Pokemon, probably the best, or one of the best. Donzoto. I really like Donzoto and Sushi Pokemon's whole gimmick. I like it.
Dondozo. Yeah, that's what it is. It's just literally a giant version of
Catfish.
Wish Cash.
Yeah. With
Well,
like
but
huge,
they're
with like
different
huge bulk.
catfish. Though. So I know the design of this is actually it's supposed to be a Wells catfish, and Wells catfish are very big in Spain. And
Yeah.
these things, and they can get very massive. Like we're talking like a 400 to 500 pound fish.
Hmm.
So I understand why they made this thing huge.
Right.
I like the shiny of it.
The shiny looks good. I think the shiny's solid. And
How is
then
it as far as HP goes?
150.
That's actually pretty solid.
And then you have to also realize its stats get boosted by Tatsugiri, the shiny, or the sushi Pokemon, and
Yes.
it gets really,
So
really
it's
strong.
so it's only in
It's a
doubles.
yeah, it's a double battle Pokemon.
What do you think of Tatsugiri?
I love Tatsugiri. I was debating
What
whether or not to use it for my water type. The only problem is like I was looking at it and you get it like very late in the game. And I think the moveset was kind of eh. Cause like you get I think the only thing I mean it was all on the right moveset, but like it was a lot to like use and like you don't get really level up to you don't get a lot of level up moves. It was a thing.
thing is,
Like you get Surf, Ice Beam, you get Dragon Pulse, but like that's later in the game. Wait, does this even get Ice Beam? It doesn't even get Ice Beam.
should I honestly like the red or the red one's shiny because it's pure white.
Yeah, the white one is the best one, the shiny one. I also like the orange shiny one too.
The yellow one literally turns into orange.
Yeah, the yellow one is probably the worst shiny one, and honestly, I would probably say the yellow one is the worst color out of all of them. I think the orange one looks the best, and then the pink one has the best shiny.
Because like stupid question, between the three of them, there's no stat differences, right? It's just different colors.
Uh, the different colors boost up Donzoto's stats depending on which one.
Okay,
I think
you
like
know which one. You know
I,
which one's the best for it.
I think the orange one gives attack, the pink one gives like defense, and then the orange one gives or the yellow one gives you like speed or whatever.
That's not bad. What about an Annihilate?
And I like it's so cool. Like I love the idea of how it evolves. Like Primate's Pokédex entries, right?
I do not.
Well, the whole thing is like when Primate dies, it evolves and everything. It's a really cool idea.
It's a little scary.
Yeah.
I just hated I had to use Rage Fist 20 times.
Fist is such a strong move though. Cause like every single time you get hit, it boosts up and it doesn't stop boosting up if you switch out or like if you faint. It's like you can get it up to like 30 base power and
I
that's
have one.
what?
I have one and I like it.
Yeah, I
I like
like
it a
it.
lot.
I think it's
I
great.
haven't I haven't used it fully, but like I used it to like while I was trying to evolve it
Right. I love
for
this
a little bit.
design. I love the
Now
design. I like the
what
idea of it. I think it's a really good evolution of Primate. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of scared of what they were doing with Primate, but like seeing this, I was happy with how it turned out.
Now what about our I like it. Yeah, I think it's good.
Everyone
Now what
loves it.
about our,
Everyone loves it. We don't really need to talk about because like everyone loves it. We will talk about like everyone loves it. It's such a good design. I love it.
now what about our boy Clodsire?
Clodsire is a really, really good Pokemon. I love it. Like
It's top 5 for me easily.
easily. Like Wooper is my favorite. It's like my one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. And this is just a really good evolution as long as Quagsire and everyone. I love the whole Wooper line.
I like this Clodsire. I like literally basically it's like Quagsire, but he's laying on his belly.
And he's more squishy like mud.
He's a little squishy. I like it. I like it shiny better
Oh,
than
also
the
it get horns too, by the way.
what is it?
It has horns in its back.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before. Like anytime he uses an attack.
Right? Like I was surprised when it got Mega Horn. I'm like, oh wow.
So we don't gotta spend too much time on it because we both know it's
Yeah,
great. And
everyone knows it's great. Everyone loves it.
what about Farigiraf?
I like the shiny Farigiraf.
I like it shiny. I like that, like, Girafarig finally got some love.
Yeah,
7 generations later,
it's a good design. I think
and
overall,
it actually looks like a giraffe.
yeah, overall, I like the idea of it, like the evil side taking over. My one problem is that it didn't turn dark type. Like I feel like it should have turned like psychic dark instead of like normal dark or normal psychic, because like the evil have took over.
I think it's I think that's a good design overall. I kind of agree. I agree with you though. That it should have been a dark type,
Like
or like
dark
a.
psychic or normal dark at least.
No, we don't got to spend too much time on the Dunsparce.
The Dunsparce, it's a really sad. Just they fumble. They just ruined it. Like you could have really really good ideas for Dunsparce, but then you just give it another body part. That's pretty much all it got, and a tiny little drill. Also, why is it not a ground type? Like every single Dunsparce evolution or Pokedex talks about like how it has a drill in it, how it goes into underground and burrows and lives underground or whatever. Why is it not a ground type now? Like that was what I was waiting for its turn ground or whatever, and be like a cool Pokemon, like a cool new snake. Like now it's just a new body part.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan.
I think it's trash. I think they could have done way better and they just ruined it.
Like mad. I'm like indifferent. I'm like I should say I'm more like mad 'cause I'm like disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm like I'm happy it got an evolution, but I'm disappointed on the way it turned out.
Ooh, King Gambit's
King
King Gambit's
now
like shiny looks really really good. I'm
because
a
honestly, it's funny. It honestly Bisharp didn't need an evolution,
Yeah, I didn't need it,
but
but they did
it
really
didn't
well.
need it. But this thing is so much better.
Yeah, it looks super cool too. Like
It's actually one of my top, or actually, it's in my top five of like um current uh
new Pokemon.
generation Pokemon this generation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's a good design. And plus, not only did it's just a better Bisharp, but they also just made Bisharp itself much stronger because you can just use Eevee like Bisharp now. And then
overall, I think it's great.
yeah, I think it's great.
Now we get to go into the Paradox
The
Pokemon.
good ones. I think the Great Tusk is really, really good. I really like this. Like, I
I,
was already a
I like
big fan of
the
Talonflame.
ground fighting.
Wait, isn't this the first ground fighting Pokemon, by the way? I feel like it
Yeah,
is.
it is.
I really like the design. I think it's a good design. It looks strong, and it's just like it's just daunting, but it made it look much stronger. That's pretty much all they needed to do, and they did it. I would put this in
I
the best. Hey, Gracie. Hold on. Give me a second.
Cream
My dog wants
Tail.
to watch. I'm not too. I'm not really a big fan of shiny though. Not gonna lie.
What Great Tusk?
Yeah,
I'm not either.
but this is a really strong Pokemon. Like, I think it's the most used in Pokemon OU right now.
I think Scream Tail is trash.
It's
I
bu-
already don't like Jig.
it's
I hate
bad.
Jigglypuff as it is.
It looks kind of dumb. I'm not gonna lie.
Same with Brute Bonnet. I think it's trash.
It's not good. I don't like it.
I like it shiny though. That's the only thing going
Yeah,
for it for me. Same with
I think Among Us is actually.
Fluttermane.
I think Among Us is actually better than this.
I think actually it probably is.
Like competitively too.
Like like same with Fluttermane here, like
Oh,
with Miss Drevis.
I like Fluttermane.
I don't
It's just
know. They just like extended its hair. That's really it.
okay. But the reason why I like it so much is this is that they just made Gengar, but much better. Like they
Well,
like
except it's also a fairy type.
yeah, Gengar, but much better. Like Gengar is just used as a ghost type. Like no one really uses poison typing too much, other than like stab. But like
Sludge bomb,
what?
like sludge bomb or like gunk shot.
Yeah, they only use like a sludge wave, and that's it. Ooh,
I I mean,
one that I really like though is Sliverwing. I really like this one.
this is actually the second time I've ever seen it.
It looks cool. I like it. It's supposed
Kind of,
it also goes on top of it on its like hind legs and everything. I really like it.
it's a good design.
Does it get close
What
combat? It should. Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, it's a
what
good
about
close combat.
what about your boy Sandy Shocks?
Um, I like regular Magneton better. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's an alright design, but like I just prefer regular Magneton.
What's with the hair on?
What?
What's with the hair on?
I don't. I think you're breaking up. I can't hear.
So what's with the hair on the thing?
I don't know. I think it's supposed to be like a caveman design, and that's why.
Looks
But
hair
I don't.
looks.
I'm not too much of a fan. Like I like how it like walks around or whatever, but like, eh,
I like regular Magneton better. They could
yeah,
have just left it alone.
yeah. Like I was kind of excited because I wanted to see what they were doing, but like, eh. Now Iron
So that
Treads or Iron Treads, it looks so
love is
goofy to
shiny.
me.
Love is shiny.
The shiny looks good, but like I think the design overall it looks goofy. Like, why did they do this? Why did they give this head to it?
Yeah, I didn't like the head or like the
Like the
way
face?
like Dom feel or how his trunk is
Yeah. I think that the
iron.
trunk is good, but I just think the face is the thing that makes it horrible looking.
Kind of mad about it.
And
I mean,
okay,
I
one
have a
one
costume.
thing I am upset about the all of the new paradox form for Violet is like this is the only steel type. Like some of them I understand, but like you don't want to make them all steel, but like some of them really look like they should be steel much more than other ones.
Like iron bundle with Delibird. I
Jellyberg, yeah. I do like the
love
shiny.
I like it shiny. How it's literally a steel. It's a
Yeah.
steel Delibird.
It it's just silver, and I like I said, I think silver shinies look probably the best in over any other shiny. Like silver shinies are my favorite shinies of all time.
Now you want to talk about Iron Hands here, though.
Iron Hands, like I think the fighting electric makes so much more sense. Like that makes
One of the
sense.
one of the best paradox forms to actually
Oh yeah,
use.
to use like everyone uses it in Terra Raid battles because like it's just the best
Everyone
Pokemon.
does
Because like
it.
you get Belly Drum, you take hits, you do roll up damage, you get the booster items, and then you can use like the healing chant to like, heal them up so you don't die. It's a really good
I lo-
Pokemon.
I love its design too.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's very to me. It's great. Who would ever thought like Hariyama got this much love?
Yeah, like that's crazy. Because like they gave Pokemon that needed more things.
Like some of them didn't. I think they did like with some Pokemon they didn't need
Yeah,
to do it, and
like
others they had
Hydreigon.
to do it.
I don't think
Like
Hydreigon needed one.
Iron Jugulus. I hate this thing.
I like the shiny though, but I think regular Hydreigon just looks so much better, honestly. Like
They
Hydreigon did not need it.
so just imagine someone never seeing a Hydreigon before, and they saw that first and thought that was Hydreigon,
They
and
would
then
be
you see the real Hydreigon.
yeah.
But like, can you imagine? I'm just saying, like for like like people who never played Pokemon in their this is their
Yeah,
first time playing a Pokemon game, and they see that, and they're gonna be like, "This is trash," straight out.
yeah. I I like Hydreigon too. It's probably my fourth favorite Sue Legendary, and like the Sue Legendaries I like is like Tyranitar, Metagross, Garchomp, and then Hydreigon. Like they're all really close by, like or at the very least, like Metagross and Tyranitar, and then Hydreigon and Garchomp are really close. And then yeah, I think they kind of like made it Like I don't
To
understand
me,
why
it's
they just made it
terrible.
more round. That's pretty much it. You know what they could have done actually? So Hydreigon was originally supposed to be like a tank Pokemon, like right? So they could have made like a tank.
Yeah,
Iron Maw.
it literally is just a
Uh,
steel version of regular
it's literally
Volcarona.
still. I like the shiny though,
I like it. It's all right. Like
but
it's just
eh.
regular Volcarona to me.
I
Now your
feel like
boy Iron Thorns though.
Iron Thorns. It's a really cool design, and I love the shiny again. Silver shinies are
Love the
always the
shiny.
coolest.
Love the
However,
shiny.
what?
I love the
Oh yeah,
shiny.
shiny looks awesome. However, regular Tyranitar is just better overall.
You think so?
Oh no, it is better because like Sandstream.
Oh yeah, that's right. It loses Sandstream because it's Quark Drive now.
Yeah. Here's the
Because
thing.
all of them get it.
Rock type is one of the worst types in the game, so like yeah. Tyranitar is only good because of the Sandstream.
Now what about Frigabacks?
I'm not a fan of it actually, to be honest. Like the first stage, it looks
Not really a
unfinished.
fan.
It
Looks
looks
goofy.
unfinished. I don't like it.
I'm not saying trash. It's like meh.
I do like the next one. Archibald.
Archibacks.
Yeah, I like this design. I think it looks good.
I think it's good to me.
And
Now
then
what about
I'm not gonna lie,
Baxcalibur?
I'm kind of disappointed honestly. Like, here's the thing, I kind of wish they just kept it like a what's it called? The spiniest source design more. Like, make it look more like a spiniest source, right? Like, with the pre-evolution, you could have made something like this instead of like making like it looks like a Druddigon, honestly. It looks like Druddigon to me.
Yeah, because Baxcalibur. I mean, they weren't going for the whole Spinosaurus thing, but
Well, that would kind of look like with the pre-evolution.
kind of.
And
But this thing though is actually a tank.
yeah, it's really strong. Plus, you can get burned.
Because what's the one move I know that it learns that
It's new
actually like, oh,
Glacial Rush.
Glade Rush. Yeah, that thing is like unfair.
The attack of the opposing Pokemon their next turn.
Yeah,
So like if you use it, then you can just use it again and it does double damage.
yeah. It's
Oh,
very OP.
that's really strong.
It's not fair, especially when I had to face it in the Elite Four. It was not fair at all.
Wait, you didn't just one shot it?
No, I couldn't.
Oh, Sage.
There's no way. And
Gimme
then
Ghoul.
give me Ghoul.
Literally,
I like
this Reddit guy. He looks like the
I
guy
like
from Reddit.
Gimme Ghoul.
Oh, hi dog.
Pretty much.
I'm not a
I
fan.
like I like Gimme Ghoul, like the chess version.
Right. I do like
Well,
Goldango though. The
it
ability is
looks
too.
goofy.
The ability is broken. Like status moves cannot affect it. Not like burn or whatever, but like also moves like roar. If it's not a damaging move, it doesn't affect it.
Which is good.
Yeah, and it
Like
steals
I
ghost.
I can't see the what's the shiny of it?
I don't know. It doesn't. I don't think they have it up yet.
There is no shiny. That'd be hilarious.
Mhm. Probably not. I think Goldango's shiny lock. I think so. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, because Gamey Ghoul is also not shiny. Yeah,
And then there's the
Wu
snail. The snail looks stupid.
Wuching.
Sorry. It looks like they just.
Wuching.
It looks like they just dumped a whole bunch of just trash on it and called it a day.
Yeah, I know these are actually based off of like an actual like myths.
Yeah.
I don't know what the actual like stories behind them are.
Yeah.
I'm meh.
I don't
I
like
like
it.
Chin. I like Chin Po though. The
Shinpo
snow
is
leopard.
it's really strong. It's just Weavile in every way better.
I like this one a lot. It's actually more like the great for me, like design wise.
I think it's
I
a good
haven't
one.
used it yet.
I do like it.
That's the only one that I caught like within like two throws.
Oh, the snail one's the only one I caught in like two throws. I had to use a master ball in this one
Ting
because it
Lu.
was about to die and struggle itself out.
What about Ting Lu the deer?
It looks goofy.
I'm like meh, because like I like yeah, it's kind of like they were kind of lazy with this one. Like
I like
the
the
bowl concept was cool, but like
yeah,
the actual animal itself looks very
meh.
bad.
It's meh. And then the
What
goldfish.
about the goldfish?
Ching out.
Or
I have this seen a
Ting-
shiny. It's
Ooh,
supposed to be like all blue. And it looks good. I like the shiny one.
I like this one. Like it
This
just
is the
looks
goldfish.
solid like design.
And then
And then Rory
Roaring
Moon.
Moon. Roaring Moon looks good. Like I saw
I
like
like how I like how they pretty much turned like Mega Salamence
yeah.
into an actual Pokemon, pretty much.
Here's the thing. I saw like during the leaks and I didn't like how it looked. But then in the game it actually looks really good. I like it.
I literally like how they put Mega Salamence into an actual
Yeah.
Pokemon and they made it more terrifying.
And then this is just Hydreigon but stronger.
It's great.
It's really
What
good.
about Iron Valiant?
I mean, I prefer regular Glade honestly.
Because it's supposed to be a cross of like
Yeah.
Gallade and Gardevoir.
Yeah, I know.
Like it
I do
looks like
like
one
how
of
they
those
have like the
species.
like two-side like lightsaber though. But like overall I just think it's not as good.
I like it shiny though. It's just
The
pure
shine looks good.
steel.
Again, silver shinies always look good.
It's all right to me. Like it's
Koraidon.
meh.
Um,
Koraidon, meh. No, I'm just
and
playing. It's good.
I'm not really a fan of these legends.
I love Miraidon a lot better since Miraidon's the last one. But
Koraidon
like,
does look good.
cause like, all right, like it's one of those like to me,
Actually,
it's really funny.
I actually don't like them anymore because of how badly they travel. Like that's the only thing I don't like about them. Like it just makes it so less fun to play the game if you have bad movement for me. Like if I play a game, I want good movement. That's a huge thing.
I think
So
my like Miraidon design wise is better, like because it's a jet. It's literally a jet
yeah,
engine, and like like when you're gliding, it actually looks like a jet.
yeah.
Versus,
It
like
looks
here's the
they all
thing,
look good overall, but like yeah,
like the thing is like with Koraidon, the really goofy that like one of my friends at work pointed this out. He's like,
huh.
so how is it that it has a wheel,
But it doesn't even
but
run.
it's running?
Yeah, it
It
doesn't
doesn't
even.
even use the wheel.
I don't
It
know.
makes zero sense.
So overall, how would you rate this generation's Pokemon?
That's a good question. I think there's a lot because every generation there's a good mixture of good and bad,
Yeah,
and there's more bad than good.
and some good and bad.
Um, and then I would say this generation's more of there's a lot more good than there are bad
Yeah,
because like there's gonna be every Pokemon game there's gonna be it's all mixed opinions
yeah.
anyways, but like
I would
I think
say
overall
the
I
bad
give
are
it
really
like a
bad, and then the good are really, really good. That's my
and then
opinion
like
on them.
and even the ones that are like like we were saying like meh are just like they're all right. Like
Like
there's
they're we just
nothing
have
good or
we
bad.
we just don't have strong opinions on them.
Right. They're just good or they're not they're just meh. They're just there.
Yeah. The only
I would say yeah. I'll agree with you.
yeah.
The good are really good and the bad are really bad.
Like there are some really good ones like Tarantula, and then there's really bad ones like Spidots. All right, so I'm gonna.
You just hate the poor
I
guy.
hate Spidots. Anyways, I'm gonna have to end
I would
this.
say all right, so
Right,
if I'm
finish
gonna
up.
give him a rating, like if I'm gonna rate like the overall Pokedex, like the
Hmm.
whole thing. Like I probably give it like a solid like 8 out of 10,
I was thinking
just
like
because like a
eight out of
lot of
10
like
too.
we were saying, because we were saying like the really good is really good, the really
And then
bad
bad
like
is
because
really
there's just
bad.
so many like because there are some of the paradox Pokemon to me were like kind of unnecessary,
Yeah,
and then some of the other ones like
are
you said
really
were
good.
like fillers were some of the fillers were not necessary.
Yeah,
Um, some of the other just like random Pokemon in there were needed work.
yeah.
But that's about it. That's
Well,
all I got.
thank you for coming up, and I will upload this later. I'll let you know when it comes up. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.